What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Bring the Juice Colts podcast live stream. Guys, this is a very unconventional live stream here. We're trying something a little different today. The Bring the Juice Colts podcast are actually going to be live streaming an Indiana Pacers basketball game today. So very interesting. I'm your host, Eric Larger. Joining me is Jacob Mummert from the Say It Again Network. Jacob, how you doing today, my friend?
Yeah, doing pretty good. Excited to see the season kick off tonight for the Pacers and glad to be on. Thanks for having me.
Hey, glad to have you on, man. Like I said, everybody, this is a little bit of a more unconventional thing. What's going on, Matt? How you doing, dude? So, I know that we are in the Indianapolis market and there are a lot of people that do like to watch Indiana Pacers games. I will say this, guys, I do have the comment at the top registered for playback. I highly encourage everyone who wants to watch this, feel free to join our playback link. It is in the description of this live stream, and it's also in the comments section. It's pinned at the top. I highly encourage you guys to make sure you go and follow that link, and then you guys go and to the playback link and watch this game live with us. The stream is live right now on our playback link, and it'll get started as soon as the game goes. But Jacob, man, I'm going to be leaning on you a lot in this game because I'm very non-NBA organized here. I'm probably going to need like half a season to be able to figure out what the heck I'm doing. Why don't you go ahead and just give me a little bit of an introduction here on some of these Indiana Pacers players?
Yeah, no worries. So obviously we're all excited to see Ben Mathurin making his premier regular season debut for the Pacers, coming off the bench most likely. But what we've seen from him in the summer league and the preseason looks like he's ready to go. Looks like he can score at a pretty high level and really is, there to attack the rim and kind of lead that second unit. So super excited what we're seeing from him. And then just being able to see this youth movement going on with the Pacers, right? You have Tyrese Halliburton. You were able to re-sign Jalen Smith by the grace of God. He just liked the culture and could have made a lot of money elsewhere, but decided to stay with the Pacers. So you get to see all these guys kind of come together and see what you have in your youth and during this rebuild. So super excited to see that. And then you have, like I said, the rookie stepping up with Mathurin. Really excited to see what the rotation looks like outside of the starting five as well, since you have a lot of guys that are kind of competing for some playing time. I know during the preseason, like O'Shea Brissett has been a guy to watch. He's gotten to play some. In other games, he's been sat. So it'll be interesting to see how that shakes out and what Rick Carlisle does with his unit.
I have to keep an eye on the playback because I have a guy in here saying that he can't hear you on playback. Make sure, can you check your volume on playback to make sure that that's all good?
Yep. Let's see.
He's saying he can't hear you, so we'll see.
Let's see. Check.
Said you're just distorted / muffled, so I think I see your thing lighting up, so.
Yep. Okay.
There, he fixed it, he said.
That
okay.
might be better.
So, I know that Tyrese Halliburton, right? I've heard a lot about this kid. Point guard, heard a lot of Pacers fans on Twitter saying that this could be the next like big thing for the Indiana Pacers. Tell me a little bit about this kid. I assume he's not a rookie, but I mean, yeah, what's so special about Tyrese?
Yeah, so definitely not a rookie and was a lottery pick essentially for the Kings. And what the Pacers were able to get at that Domantas Sabonis trade was incredible because the offers were kind of all over the place. Originally, when you thought he was going to the Kings, you were like, oh, we're going to get De'Aaron Fox back. But for some reason, they parted with Tyrese Halliburton, who is extremely young in his NBA career, but has already shown that he can be the leader of this team and has some ties to Indiana. I think he has some family in Kokomo, so understands the culture of Hoosiers and just how much basketball means to this community. So he's the guy that you're going to be looking to as a leader, which is a lot of pressure on as young of a player as he is. So only 22 years old. So he's expected to kind of be the leader at that point guard position and just kind of be the leader and the focal point of this youth movement.
Sweet, man. Yeah, I know that, like I said, everybody seems to be excited for this kid. Hey, make sure you guys follow this link. You guys go follow this link in the description and go and log into Playback. You guys can watch this game live with us when this game goes live. That's the whole point of these. We want to try to see more of this. Tell me about some guys who are new faces here, because I see Buddy Hield. I do remember Buddy Hield. I remember him coming from Oklahoma. Remember how good he was from there. Obviously, his salary getting paid near $23 million. So this guy is definitely you would assume is a good shooter. He is 29 years old. Tell me a little bit about Buddy Hield for you.
Yeah, so Buddy Hield came over with Tyrese Halliburton in that trade with the Kings for Domantas Sabonis, and he is that. He's a shooter. He is a veteran that can kind of mentor some of these younger guys. Him and Tyrese had a really good relationship with the Kings, and then just brought that over to Indiana, which I think is huge. We keep talking about how young Tyrese is, but trying to switch teams like that early in your career, and just having Buddy there to kind of help him, guide him through that. Now, Buddy hadn't really switched teams either a whole lot, but just having that veteran presence there, I think, was huge to help Tyrese kind of get his feet under him in Indiana. So he's a shooter. He's a guy that was in a lot of trade rumors this offseason just because of his the amount of his contract and the way that the Pacers roster is moving to. You could flip him to a team that's competing. He gives you a lot of great 3-point shooting. So he's on the Pacers right now. It'll be interesting to see how long that lasts. But yeah, he'll definitely start tonight. So he's definitely a guy to watch out for. Some other new names are definitely the rookies, like I talked about, Ben Mathurin, Kendall Brown, who we probably won't get to see unless it's like a blowout. Andrew Nembhard, who was taken with the first pick in the second round. He went really well in the summer league and then got to play in a couple of the preseason games and looked good as well. Aaron Nesmith came over in the Boston Celtics trade with Malcolm Brogdon, and he was really the only player they kept from that trade outside of the picks. And they have a lot of hope for him and seeing what he can do, getting a fresh start with a new team. And then Daniel Tice, you also got in the Celtics trade, but I don't think he's playing tonight, so he'll be another interesting one to kind of see how long he stays on the roster at 30 years old. But that's pretty much the new guys. We have some other guys on two-way contracts, but like I said, unless it's a blowout, we probably won't get to see them much. James Johnson was another rookie that they signed late in the offseason just to kind of fill some roster spots there. So really just expecting to watch these young guys play, and I think that's who you need to focus in on.
I totally get you. Hey, guys, anyone that is on YouTube right now watching, be sure to hit that Playback link, guys. We have it in the description or pinned at the top of the comment section. Please be sure to go and click on that, putting your TV provider information, and watch this on Playback. We're going to be streaming it there, and you guys will be able to watch this game live with us while we break it down. So yeah, we're just getting the news that now who is it? Yeah, Miles Turner's not going to play in this game now. Apparently he tweaked his ankle in warm-ups and now isn't able to play in this game. So that's a new development, and that sucks for all of Indiana Pacers fans who wanted to see him play. What does that do for you?
So it definitely sucks. Like, you definitely want to see Miles get to play, but he's also been a guy that has been rumored to be in trades, I think, since he got to Indiana, practically, is what it's felt like. And he's taken it on the chin, been a really good sport through it all, but injuries have been a major concern with him. And if it's not his ankle, it's his knee, it's his foot, and it's just these lingering issues that he tends to have as far as injuries goes, and the recovery time it takes him to get over it is definitely something to watch out for. He's great when he plays, but it's being able to get him on the court. So kind of flipping that in his absence, I think this is almost like a bonus, because now we get to see more of Isaiah Jackson, more of Goga Batazde, and see how the rest of that center room lines out. Because Goga was a guy that you might be able to flip. He's a younger asset, but probably won't get to see a lot of playing time with Miles and Isaiah Jackson. So you get to see those two guys play in a game where, you want to come out strong in the beginning of the season. So they're going to have to step up.
I feel you on that. Thank you to the 20 people watching on stream right now. Actually relatively decent due to the fact that it's an Indiana Pacers stream today. Make sure you guys like the stream for me. Helps to get out to more and more people. Greatly appreciate it. I was going to say one of the only few guys that I do recognize from from this group is TJ McConnell. I do remember TJ for a long time in the NBA. I mean, he's actually I think he's the third oldest guy on this team. So, a guy that definitely is a point guard, and he, is able to command the floor pretty well. What do you feel about TJ?
Yeah, TJ is pretty interesting. I think he's one guy, no matter how young this roster gets, they will retain him just so he can be that leadership and that veteran in the locker room, because he's such a great guy. Most of the players, everybody loves him. And he joins the Pacers kind of later in his career. But he gives you that spark off the second unit. He's willing to do the dirty work. Like in the preseason, you saw him, he was pressuring guys right off the inbound, trying to get those steals, willing to go in and get the rebounds, and everything you want to see from a leader and from an inspiration there. So super excited for TJ. Glad that he's back with the Pacers again. Like I said, such a great guy. I know his teammates love him. So yeah, he'll definitely he plays behind Tyrese, but that second unit, I mean, someone's got to, take command of that. And when you have such a young group, once your starters go out, then it's almost like free range if you don't have anybody out there to kind of command them or get them all focused on one goal. So when you turn it over to Ben Mathurin or Andrew Nembhard, they're going to make mistakes. They're not going to know exactly how to adjust to the NBA game just yet. So TJ McConnell can kind of lead them and kind of spur their development on, and it takes some pressure off of them as rookies.
What do you think that the Pacers need to do this season better to start winning more of these games? Last year, what was it? They were 25-57, pretty much ranked third to last in the Eastern, conference. So, trying to get out of, trying to get out of the bottom pits of the Eastern Conference and try to get back to what they really were like 10 years ago when Paul George and them boys were in town. What do you think the Pacers need to do more of in order to start winning these games?
So I think it's going to take some time, which most Pacers fans may not be happy to hear, but with such this young unit, you have to get chemistry, you have to get cohesion. So what I'd like to see, and the Pacers do more, is get the youth on the court together. Like get Tyrese Halliburton playing more with Ben Mathurin and Jalen Smith. Get Andrew Nembhard into the mix if that's going to be your kind of second point guard, down the line. And just trying to really see what you have on this roster and then find where you need to go from here. So like I said, you have some older players in Buddy Hield, in Daniel Tice, even Miles Turner for that matter. So just trying to evaluate what you have and what you can get, because it's the fruition of all of this is going to come in about 3 years is what you look for, when these players are going to be able to have that time to build the chemistry, be playing at their peak. And then that's when you're like, we are one piece away. We're going to bring in this veteran to anchor the team, and then you're competing for a championship. So I think it starts now. You have to build that chemistry. You have to lay that foundation. And Rick Carlisle just has to understand what he has and try to work with that. Like a lot of these guys are new. He's still trying to figure them out. They're still trying to learn from him. I will say Tyrese and Coach Carlisle seem to get off to a great footing in their relationship. So I think that's huge as far as the development of Tyrese, if he is going to be our leader.
Yep, I get you on that. What else to mention here? So kind of look at some of the things that they did well last year. Let's take a look at that. So I think the best thing we can talk about is at least 2-point percentage. You guys were, amongst the top in the NBA. Offensive rebounding. This team, I think, really does a fantastic job with reboundings, at least from what I gathered from last year. Even though defensive rebounding wasn't great, offensive rebounds, they're amongst the top in the NBA. And then, assist-wise, really good, and really does a good job of blocks. I assume that's a lot on the behalf of Miles Turner being that way.
Yep, exactly. Miles Turner gives you that rim protection, but he also does fairly decent on the boards. Domantas Sabonis was a huge impact on the rebounding game as well. But Isaiah Jackson seems to be filling in there. Goga Bitadze, I think he had like 3 or 4 blocks in, I'd say, like 8 minutes played in a preseason game. So he was looking pretty good to give you some of that. And tonight, like I said, without Miles, we're going to have to see those two step up big. So, yeah, and that's something with a young team is, fundamentals are extremely important, but also is efficiency and trying to make sure that you're taking the shots you need to be taking, and really working the offense to how Rick wants it. And they're getting the shots that he's trying to plan for. So I'd expect this team to be efficient, but not without its mistakes and its growing pains, because that's what you're going to get. I mean, in any sport, that's what you get with a young roster. So people are still trying to change and elevate their play to the next level. Everything gets faster. So just trying to anchor that storm and deal with the growing pains. But yeah, I thought the Pacers, they did fairly well with what they had last year. And I don't think, as much as we want to see them win, I don't know if there's a huge pressure to try to win games, or like, we're going to come out and compete now, because you need to get that development. And if you're not so great, you get another high pick to add another great piece in the draft, which next year's draft is looking phenomenal. So not saying they want to tank, but not saying you want to do fairly well either.
Hey guys, so make sure you guys are going to the playback link. You guys can watch this game live with us on playback right now. The link is there. Be sure to follow that link that's right here on your screen. I see 27 of you in here right now. Greatly appreciate that, guys. Thank you for liking the stream. Thank you for commenting. Be sure to check it out on playback. I highly encourage you guys follow that link, plug in your TV provider information, watch this live with us. How much longer we got here? Probably got about 20 minutes.
Yeah, something like that. I was going to say, we could get into the Wizards side of things too, being a division opponent.
I don't know much about the Wizards. I mean, I know Bradley Beal's still on there. Didn't John Wall get traded away?
John Wall bounced around for a little bit there. After his injury history with the Wizards, it was hard to get him and Beal on the floor together. When they were, it was great, but it was just trying to maintain that. And eventually they parted ways. He bounced around for a little bit, was on the Rockets and was just still hurt. And then now he's on the Clippers on a very team-friendly deal. And if he can be a healthy John Wall on that Clippers team, watch out in the West, because I think that team, getting Kawhi back, getting John Wall back with Paul George and some of those other assets they have, I think that's going to be a team to watch out for. But focusing on this, this year's Wizards team, like we talked about, Bradley Beal is back. Definitely the focal point of that team. They have a lot of household names, I'll say. So guys that kind of jump off the page as far as name recognition goes, like Kristaps Porzingis, Kyle Kuzma, Taj Gibson, although he plays in a very limited role now, Roy Hachimura, guys like that. And then they still have some of the younger guys like Denny Avdija, and then the rookie, I believe they took Johnny Davis this year. So they have some excitement around their roster. They made a pretty good trade to bring in Monte Morris and Will Barton from the Nuggets, adding some depth at the point guard and the forward position. So I think they're trying to be competitive in the East. So it'll be interesting to see how they take that next step, combining, like I said, some of the name recognition and the depth they brought in.
Yep, I totally get you there. Yeah, so, and then we got B-Dog down here saying, what's good, man? I don't watch basketball, but are the Pacers good? You want to answer that question, Jacob?
So the Pacers are good for where they are right now. And I think in the NBA, it's interesting because you have your great teams and those are fun to watch, but I almost find watching these young teams exciting as well, because you really don't know what they're going to do. And they're not out there living up to a status quo. They're not out there trying to, maintain their 20 point per game average. Like, they're out here trying to have fun. Ben Mathurin is going to throw down some dunks. Isaiah Jackson's going to throw down some dunks, and they're going to have fun playing basketball because there is little pressure on this team to succeed out of the gates right now. So are the Pacers good? I will say no, but I still think they're going to be exciting to watch.
I guess one thing I didn't ask you about the Pacers, is Rick Carlisle still the coach there?
Yep. So still the coach. And I think he's the guy that you're going to want through this rebuild. Obviously, he's a championship coach and has known to lead teams, gets his second trip with the Pacers on a very different circumstances. So, I'm excited to have him back. You're kind of in coach purgatory there for a little bit. And then to see Nate McMillan leave and have success with the Hawks, you're kind of like, well, what are we going from here? So Rick Carlisle is the guy that I'm pretty excited about now.
Yeah, I think, it was like a coaching carousel there for a while, right? Nothing really was working, and they kept firing every coach every year for a while.
Yeah, we had Nate Bjorkgren, who was coming off the Raptors in their championship run, and he was an assistant there, came over to the Pacers as his first head coaching job, and it did not go well. So then He's back with the Raptors now, maintained his assistant position. So he kind of had his chance and was like, yeah, this isn't for me. But Rick is the guy that's done it. He's familiar with the organization. And I think he's going to be great for these young players to learn from. Just that all he's experienced and the players he's coached, he's got to be able to pull in some of that, and these guys are going to benefit tremendously from it.
Yep, going back to the Wizards, you're right. Do have a lot of household names. Bradley Beal being one of them. That almost like max deal, right? The 4-year contract with like 250 mil, and I mean, he's one of the better scorers, pure scorers in the league. So I totally get that. Taj Gibson, and known him for a long time. I'm amazed that he's still in the league, 37 years old, but he plays kind of that Dennis Rodman role where, never really involved in the offense, but he's that physical guy underneath that you always use.
Exactly.
I do remember. Don't know how good he actually is now. And then, you got the unicorn, Kristaps Porzingis out there. It really, I mean, Kristaps definitely is good, in my opinion. I think it's just a matter of, can he stay healthy long enough to actually develop his game more?
Yep. And that's the big concern there is just his health and being able to be an active participant on the court, I will say, and also finding a role that suits him. I feel like he's he was drafted as that unicorn, but I don't know if he's really found his footing. Like, as the game has gone to more 3-point shooting and, and away from like back to the basket, I think he's finding it a little bit better, but it was definitely an adjustment for him.
Yeah. I mean, it was weird because, when he first got into the league, I mean, I thought he was doing a very decent job with, being able to play the way that he did, because, I still felt like he was able to see the court and be able to shoot from outside. Even the fact that he is 7'3", he's got good ball handling and everything else. I wonder where he kind of fell off. I just wonder if it was the injuries that did the most damage, or if it was he just didn't develop his game very well.
Yeah, I think it's the injuries is played a heavy role in that, because it's just so hard to get back from some of those, especially with being a big guy. Your legs are a focal point, your knees especially. So going up and down a lot, bouncing off them, trying to continually put up a shot, continually to try to dunk and get those rebounds, it's going to set in. It's set in with Miles. It's set in with plenty of other bigs in the league. So, Kristaps, I think the injury really derailed him. And then he just never really got chemistry with the guys he was playing with. Like, it was like, oh, Kristaps and Luka are going to be the next great thing. And then they could just never play well together. It's kind of been a sad story for him, but I think this might be his second or third year with the Wizards. So hopefully he can rebound here.
I know Matt's in the chat like, I miss the Taj Gibson days in Chicago. Yeah, I remember those days. I guess we might as well, before this game gets started here in a few minutes, what's the biggest matchup tonight that you want to see from the Wizards against the Pacers today?
Yeah, so the biggest matchup is going to be, with the news that Miles Turner is out, is going to be how we handle their bigs. I mean, Daniel Gafford's going to be on the boards attacking. You have Kristaps Porzingis, Kyle Kuzma. So how you work with that and how you try to contain them with playing relatively new players in Goga Bitadze and Isaiah Jackson. So trying to watch out for that. And then on the other side, I mean, it's going to be who's going to guard Bradley Beal and who's going to try to lock him down, because he's that prolific scorer and he's the focal point of that offense. So they're going to try to get him the ball almost every trip.
Favorite basketball memory? Just not even having to be a Pacer thing, just favorite basketball memory.
Oh, I'm trying to think. I think I would have to say my senior year in high school, I used to keep stats and manage our basketball team. And we went to state regionals here in Indiana. And that was pretty exciting. We had an older team, and they'd been working up to this point, and then lost in kind of a heartbreaking fashion at regionals. And then it was like, well, we gave it a good run, all this. And then the team next year comes out and wins state. You're like, man, like we were a year away. So that's kind of a bittersweet memory, but yeah.
I feel you. Hey, thank you to the 35 people in here right now. Greatly appreciate it, guys. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure to like the stream, guys. Helps it get out to more people. And be sure to follow that link that's right here below me. Follow that link. It's in the description or in the comments section. Follow that. You'll get access to our playback. All you need to do is plug in your TV provider information, and you'll be able to watch this game live with us while we commentate on it. I think there's really only a couple good basketball memories for me. Like I said, I'm more of an NFL guy myself, football in general. But I know that when Cleveland, that one year that LeBron James and them went and won the championship, I did go to one of the games where I think it was again in the first playoff series against the Detroit Pistons, where they basically swept them. Yeah, I think I went to game 2 of that. So that was one of those that I remember. And I think the only other time I remember going to a basketball game was I think was when LeBron was still in Cleveland. And I think it was the year that, remember when OKC had Russ, Paul George, and Carmelo Anthony all on it that year? Yeah. So my brother's an OKC fan. And I got tickets for us to go to that game in Cleveland. And I mean, I think the final score of that game was like 145 to 120. So we saw both teams just absolutely cook each other. But I mean, OKC just absolutely murdered Cleveland that game. And my brother would never let me hear the end of it. So, I was like, all right.
Yeah, Oklahoma is such an interesting franchise to talk about. I mean, the trio that could have been in Russell Westbrook, James Harden, and Kevin Durant. Like, just seeing where all three of them are now, like trying to see a world in which those three stayed with the Thunder. I mean, that's just crazy to think about. But and then the guys they've had since then, I just think they're one of the more interesting franchises to look at from where they were to where they are now with like 40,000 picks that they're going to use over the next 3 seasons. So
don't they have like 9 first-round picks over the next like 4 years or something?
I think entering the offseason they had 13, and then I think they traded. I don't know. It's hard to keep up. Sam Presti's like a genius. He's got it. Like, I'm sure like he looks like a mass murderer in his room where he's just got like a bunch of like strings connecting different things in different scenarios. But I mean, if that's the route you want to go, that was a bold move. I'll say that, but it might pay off in the end once you get all these, high lottery picks and trying to build a young roster that's going to be together for a while.
That's hilarious. It is kind of funny to see just how many of you're right, how many first round picks they actually have is really hilarious.
And
there's that, what's the name of that 7'4" prospect that's supposed to be coming into the NBA draft this next year that the NBA is putting out rules that says teams are not allowed to tank for this kid?
Yeah, I'm going to butcher his name, but it's Victor Wembanyama, I think is how you pronounce it. Gotcha. Right now he's playing in France, and of course, the NBA had to get in on the action and bring him a little closer to some of the front offices here. So his French team played against the G League Ignite team before the season kicked off here, and you got to see him and some of the other top prospects in action, and he looks good. I mean, I can't blame teams
like
that are
34, 7-7 or something.
Oh yeah, he's crazy,
insane. Like,
and it's like he can do everything. It's not like that he's just tall. It's like he can literally do everything well. So it'll be interesting to see who ends up with him, because that's a guy that you're like, yep, we're going to build the team around, and we're just going to deal with it. So.
Adam says, higher draft pick, the Colts or the Pacers?
Yeah, I'd have to go Pacers on this one.
Yeah, I have to as well.
Yeah. Plenty of other reasons for the Colts too, but that's for a different show. So
yeah, right. Yeah, it's for a different show. And especially with the way, if the Colts figure out their offensive line, then their draft pick's not going to be very low. Just right.
Yeah, it's so interesting to see these two franchises, especially because you see the Pacers who were like, you know what, we're going to own up to the rebuild, and we're just going to make that our priority and bring in the youth. And then you see the Colts that are like, let's keep turning the wheels. Like, we have a team, we're one player away. And so I love the interesting approaches that the different franchises take. I think it's pretty cool to see.
I love this background that I chose as well from inside the Baker's Life field house. Is really freaking cool. I love that yellow out that they have here.
Yeah, I was trying to think of what game that would have been. I don't know if it would have been an opening one or when they were in the conference finals, maybe. But
yeah, not 100% sure.
Yeah,
I see a 44 up there, and I don't know if that means anything significant or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but it's a great atmosphere inside of Bankers Life. They're putting a lot of money into renovating it, adding some new clubhouse areas and some new like bar areas and stuff like that. So it's still, I think part of it is still under construction.
Much about the stadium itself. I think they just want to see the team win. Yeah. I think they're trying to renovate it to the point where it incentivizes a few more people to come into the stadium and hang around for a few more years while they try to figure it out.
Yeah. It's like you come to the stadium and you somewhat stay for the basketball, but like I always thought it was interesting. I think the Atlanta Hawks put a barber shop in their basketball arena so people can get haircuts while the game's going on. I'm like, it's interesting how some of these new stadiums are coming together.
Yeah, I find it hilarious. I mean, we're other Atlanta things going on. Remember the Atlanta Falcons put that Chick-fil-A restaurant inside of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Is like, what's the point in having that? You're not going to use it on game day. What's the point?
And it's not like people can go during the day and do anything else at the stadium. Like, it's like, we're going to go to Chick-fil-A at
Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Yeah, like, who's going to go there during the day, right? And they don't have it staffed during the week. So what's the point?
Right.
That is kind of funny to think about now. I thought, oh, that almost got me. There was a fake NFL page on Twitter, and it almost got me. And it said that OBJ was signing with the Vikings. Then I realized that it was 19 hours ago, and that I would have seen something had that been the case.
Yeah, we would have definitely heard about that.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Be sure, thank you to the 50 people who are in here right now. Greatly appreciate it, guys. There's a bunch of people in playback as well, so I greatly appreciate you guys hanging out in there as well. Be sure to follow this link, guys. You can use the playback link. You'll be able to watch this game live with Jacob and I as we break this game down. And while the game is going on, all you need is a TV provider information. Greatly appreciate everybody being in here, though. It's going to be, I don't know how much longer it's going to be. It's probably going to take another 20, 30 minutes to get going, I guess.
Yeah, looks like they're still warming up a little bit.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I mean, they got the shot clock down all the way to a minute, but they probably got some like festivities or something going on before the game starts. So
yeah, normally at the beginning of the season,
probably going to take like another 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, they normally have somebody come out and kind of give an opening message. My guess would be Tyrese Wood or Miles maybe, but kind of come out, give a message, get the fans going, and just excited to bring in the year. I know last night's games that really kicked off the NBA season, the Warriors had their ring ceremony and everything, so that game was pushed back quite a bit. Yeah, it's interesting. It looks like they're calling out some former players here. They have Danny Granger, Roy Hibbert, David West. I mean, that was to just see how the NBA has changed. Like Roy Hibbert in today's NBA, if you can't shoot the three, man, like you have a very limited role. But it was a different time back then. You know, the grit and grind Pacers of Roy Hibbert, David West, just busting guys up in the paint.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not enough anymore to be that kind of center anymore in today's. You know, you got to be able to at least occasionally shoot from outside the paint. You know,
yeah.
Even nowadays, like, I mean, Jokic doesn't shoot threes, but Jokic, you can use him in a ton of different ways. He's so good with the basketball. You can use him in so many different ways that you can play him at the top of the key. Even if he doesn't shoot, you can still move things around. So
Yeah, it's like one of those good enough to be dangerous kind of things. Like you have to at least pay mind to him when he's outside the arc, whether or not he's going to shoot it or not. But yeah, just phenomenal ball handling skills. Like for a guy his size, just incredible. He had a pretty interesting story during the pandemic. When he went back to his native country, lost a ton of weight. Like I think he got COVID and lost a ton of weight. And then made him quicker. Like he really just turned it into a positive and tried to turn some of that weight loss into muscle, got quicker. Got faster with his ball handling. So dude's incredible. Can't wait to see him and Jamal Murray back together, though. It's going to be fun to see.
Benedict Martin, is he going to be a starter tonight?
Probably not a starter. I think he'll be one of the first guys off the bench. I think Buddy Hield's going to hold that spot until he's traded or leaves the team. But I think
assuming Buddy Hield's probably going to do that, be that way at that point.
Yeah, I think Buddy Hield's just going to be that guy. He's the veteran. He's earned it. And he gives you some shooting, which if you don't have him in the lineup, I guess Chris Duarte could be your shooter. But, more shooters, the more the defense has to think about. So I don't mind that. And there's still a lot of unknown, I guess, at the NBA level about Ben that you kind of want to feel him out a little bit and see what he's going to do. Most of the preseason, he attacked the basket and tried to draw fouls. Didn't really see much of his outside shooting. So that'll come along, I think. But yeah, as of right now, I don't think you want to put too much pressure on him, especially when you have a guy like Buddy Hield that can start.
I think they said that he's 50th all time and most threes made. I think that was a graphic before the game went down. So that's pretty crazy to think about.
Yeah, that would not surprise me. The dude can just shoot the lights out of the basketball. I'm trying to get some more numbers on him, but yeah, I mean, that's what he's been known for.
I want to know your just way too early prediction. Who is going to be the in the finals again this next year?
Ooh. Out of the West, I'll say it'll come down to the Warriors or the Clippers. And if I had to guess, I would say the Clippers. I have a slight feeling the Warriors may implode a little bit with some of the egos they got going on. With Draymond and everybody else. He's always kind of a hit or miss guy. So I think the Clippers, as long as everybody comes back healthy and can stay healthy, I think they're going to be a really good contender. And then for the East, I mean, honestly, to me, it doesn't matter. Like, I think the West takes it no matter who gets there. But I don't know if the Celtics can make that run again. I know they tried to gear up for that, but losing their head coach to suspension I think that set them back a little bit. And then I don't know if any other teams are really going to step up that big in the East. I mean, if the Nets can finally all get on the same page and Ben Simmons can play with Kyrie and Kevin. So that'll be another team to watch. But yeah, the East is kind of an unknown.
Milwaukee has a shot.
Yeah, I think they always have a shot. It's just, again, it's that health issue, right? Like trying to keep Giannis has always been relatively healthy. It's been Chris Middleton and some of the other supporting factors that need to stay healthy. Giannis can only take you so far, even the tremendous athlete he is. You got to have a team.
He's got to have shooters around him.
Yeah, and I think that's part of their problem outside of Chris Middleton. Don't have much of shooting. Drew Holiday gives you defense. Giannis gives you defense and inside scoring, but without a shooter, I mean, it's tough.
Yep, I totally agree with you on that. Thank you to the 60 people in here right now. Greatly appreciate it, guys. Be sure to like the stream if you can. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure to follow that playback link. It's right here on the screen. It's in the description of this video, of this live stream, and in the top of the comment section. You guys follow that. You guys will be able to watch it on playback with me right now and with Jacob and I. There's about 15 people on playback right now as is. So greatly appreciate the people who are watching. Trying to get as many people on playback to watch this as possible. So greatly appreciate everyone tuning in. It's our first Pacers stream. Like I said, guys, it won't be a constant thing. We won't be doing this every Pacers game, but would absolutely love to do more of these, especially if more of you actually do want to see these. Content-wise, I think this is pretty much what this is going to just basically consist of. Until the Colts season is over, it'll probably just be Colts content on the channel, but there will be the occasional Pacer live stream on here and on playback as well. And then who knows? Maybe when the Colts offseason starts getting to the dry level, maybe we'll start doing some Pacer content. We'll see also if Jacob's willing to help us with that every once in a while as well, since, I need help with Pacer content. I'll say it a million times more. Just I need to catch up on these streams, man. I'll tell you what.
Hey, well, now's the time to get in. Get in while they're still building so you can get to know the players. And then, like I said, 3-4 years from now, you're going to know the team like the back of your hand.
Yep. I totally get you. Right now, yeah, they're just announcing all the players. Kind of figured that was what was going to take a little longer. But cool. I do know that one of my brother's favorite memories was in this stadium. They actually, I think his basketball team, when he was in like 7th grade, got invited to a game there, and they got to shoot around on the court after. So
nice.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's one thing the organization tries to do is, give back to his fans and give them the opportunity to really, I mean, it's cliche, but to feel like you're a part of something, right? Like to feel like the players and that the team and being able to just get to know them. I know the fan jam is a huge thing. Everybody loves going out to that and seeing all they have to offer there. And then, like these post-game shoot-arounds and stuff like that, the Pacers have like a ticket package where you can meet they have like 5 players you can meet and get an autograph ball and some other stuff. So they're trying to get people in the venue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. Like the best way to, especially when you're a new team or you're a young team and you're trying to convince fans to get involved, you want to try to get them as involved as possible, right?
Yeah.
That's a great way of doing it, especially for, if you're trying to get young kids into the building and be excited for things like this, you give them chances to do that. The Cincinnati Reds baseball program always does a lot of ticket stuff there. So yeah, I totally get why they would do that. Thank you to the 60 people on YouTube. Thank you to the 21 people on playback, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Greatly appreciate you guys. What I saw that name, Chris Duarte. Did I say right?
Yep.
Tell me more about him, because I could have sworn I seen a bunch of people saying that guy could actually end up being pretty decent as well.
Yeah, so the Pacers got him last year and played really well, was off to a really hot start, played well in the summer league, and he started to be known for like buzzer beater shots. Like it felt like he hit one almost every game in the summer league, not necessarily like winning the game, but like as the time's running down, he was the guy, the clutch shot. So he kind of got his name for that, was having off to a really great start as a rookie, had a couple injuries that held him back, but still made the all-NBA rookie second team. So great season all in all. And then now he comes back in, he's going to be the starting small forward. So a lot of, I wouldn't say pressure, but some high expectations for him.
Sweet. Yeah, like you said, man, it keeps getting different every time. I keep hearing more about these players. I mean, they definitely got a good group of young kids out here that definitely have a shot of changing some things. Mm-hmm. And it's always a good thing. Have some of that young core that you want to try to incorporate, and you hope that at least 1 or 2 of them become a centerpiece for you, and then you can build around them as time goes along.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, this might be a stupid question, but I'll ask it anyway since I don't know, obviously. Salary cap situation when it comes to the NBA, is there such a thing?
Yep. So such a thing as a salary cap. There's also like a luxury tax that teams have to stay under. If not, then the owner has to pay out a decent amount of money. Some teams are fine with it. They're like, the Warriors are like, we're going to sign all these guys to max deals. We'll go over it, but we'll pay the fines and stuff. And some teams just aren't about that. The Pacers were actually under the salary cap. So they actually have to meet a minimum requirement, which the Pacers were under. So they either had to sign more guys to bigger contracts, or they had to dole out that money to the guys under contract. So we saw them make a couple moves to get there. But yeah, that's definitely something. I don't think it's a big a deal as it is in other sports, but they do have to try to make the money work. And like I said, if they go over, some teams are willing to pay the penalty, others aren't. So.
Thank you to the almost 80 people in the stream right now. Greatly appreciate you guys hanging out. Be sure to use this playback link, guys. It'll allow you to watch the games live. The game should be starting here very shortly.
Yeah,
it actually is starting right now. They just tipped off. Washington just got the opening tip, and they get the ball to start.
Yeah, I think it's a quick note on the Pacers starting lineup. They moved Jalen Smith to the center position and actually started Terry Taylor, who was an undrafted free agent last year, was on the G League team, got bumped up just because of injuries and what else. But now he's getting the start to begin the season just because of people being out in the rotation. So kind of an interesting move. We'll see how he's smaller at the forward position, but plays with a lot of energy and a lot of bounce.
That was, Jalen Smith's first foul. They're trying to get Bradley Beal on the pick and roll with Porzingis. Porzingis going to the line. He misses the first free throw. Thank you, RD. Greatly appreciate it, man. Make sure to follow that playback link, guys. Go onto the playback link and watch this game live with us. We're watching it right now. And Porzingis gets the first point. 1 point, 15 seconds into it now. See if the Pacers... Who do you predict is going to get the first bucket here?
I'm going to go Chris Duarte with the first bucket.
All right. And Smith with the outside shot. He misses on the left corner.
He can shoot that, though. He's dangerous enough. They have to face him.
He is power forward, 22 years old, so a very young guy still. That's Bradley Beal with the three. He nails it on the left wing. Bradley Beal, man, the guy can put up 30 any given night. Another three there. That was a make by Tyrese Halliburton. So huge play there, and that's it. Tyrese with the first bucket for the Indiana Pacers this season.
That makes sense. Didn't want to go with the obvious, but I'll take it.
4-3. And Porzingis with the three, he misses.
Yeah, that was a step back. He's looking thin.
Yeah, he does look very thin. It's so weird seeing a guy be 7'3", and it's a turnover, and that's going to be an easy layup there. That was for number 22. That's
Monte Morris.
Monte Morris, yep. And then there's another. Was that a foul or that a turnover? I think there was another turnover. Yeah. So the Pacers trying to get Smith involved, but right now Smith's just having a bunch of issues right now. Porzingis with the pick and roll and an easy slam. So 8-3 now.
Yeah, got to call timeout.
Yep, I'm going to change this. So
yeah, Pacers are just getting beat too easy now. They're in their own head. I know it's the first game of the regular season. They got a lot of parts in unfamiliar positions. At least in the starting role. So you're seeing that chemistry just not quite there yet, which is resulting in a lot of these turnovers. To go into this week, you have so much time to prepare for opening week, your first game, and then to come out and within an hour before the game starts, you realize you lose your starting center of how many years. And, and it definitely changes things, and it puts everybody like, I didn't prepare for this. I got to kind of make moves and adjustments on the fly. So it expected it out of the gate, but, they just got to come back from it. Carlisle's going to center him here, and they should be good.
Mm-hmm. So it's 8-3, first 2 minutes for the Wizards. Pacers call the timeout, try to get themselves fixated back again. Thank you to the 90 people watching on StreamYard right now, and thank you to the 27 people watching on Playback. Guys, I highly encourage everyone on YouTube to go to Playback and watch this game live with us. All you got to do is put in that link, put in your TV provider information, and you should be able to watch this game live with Jacob and I as we break this down. Makes it a lot easier for us who we have to commentate this game and see, and then that way you guys will be able to watch it with us while we do it. So obviously, like you said, first couple minutes, Pacers, struggling to kind of get the rhythm. Right now, the Wizards are in a much better rhythm right now.
Yeah, and it's a team that for the most part has been together for a little bit here. So Bradley Beal knows what he's got in Kristaps Porzingis somewhat. Monte Morris is one of the new additions like I talked about before the game, but you can already see he's making an impact. So they seem to be a little bit more of a cohesive unit, I would say. So we'll have to just rebound from that. Like I said, they've had no really adjustments in their starting lineup, so they've probably had this set in stone since after training camp. So Pacers had a little bit more of an adjustment to make before this game.
Agreed. Just waiting for both teams to come back from their timeout.
Yeah, it looks like they're keeping the same unit. So no adjustments, just trying to get refocused and get everybody on the same page.
Yeah, who do we got here? I see Halliburton. I see Hield, Buddy Hield out there.
Yeah, looks like Halliburton, Hield, Duarte, Terry Taylor, and Jalen Smith. So still the starting unit. They're trying to just get everybody on the same page.
Last thing you want to do is try to make anything crazy adjustments that you don't need, right?
Mm-hmm.
That shot by number 3?
Yeah, that was Duarte.
That's the miss. And there's another beautiful cut there and another dunk for the Wizards.
Yeah, Denny Avdija, that's one of their younger players. They drafted him last year.
Wizards out to a 10-3 run to start this game. Pacers still trying to just find somebody who can create a shot here. Shot clock down to 6. Oh, and Buddy Hield with the contested 3 from the top of the key. That's 10-6. Great job, Buddy Hield. Sometimes that's all it takes. Sometimes it just takes that. Wizards still trying to get some guys. There's Porzingis with the 3 at the top of the key. He misses. So 10-6, just over 9 minutes left in the first. And it's going to be another 3 for the Pacers, and that's a miss by Smith again. 0 for 2 to start this game. Oh, wow, and Smith just tackles Porzingis. And we got Jacob trying to fix his camera.
Yep.
Sweet.
Was running out of juice. So.
Okay, I feel you. Better defense, Jim Moore, Colts or Pacers?
I mean, I think I got to hand it to the Colts.
So Kristaps going to get 2 free throws here. Second time at the free throw line already today. Thank you to the 32 people watching on playback. Thank you to the 80 people watching on StreamYard. Thank you guys for watching on YouTube here. Make sure to use that playback link right here. You guys can watch this live on playback with us.
And
this is his other free throw. So Porzingis only 2 of 4 to start this game from the free throw line. That's something you don't want to do, Jacob. You do not want to miss a lot of early free throws.
Yeah, definitely not. Everybody's trying to come back, but free throws are something essential. Like everybody should be fine with that. We did see our first substitution for the Pacers. They took out Jalen Smith and put in Isaiah Jackson. So I think it was a little bit too much for Smith right out the gate. He wasn't really set up to play the center position on opening night. So get Jackson in there, who's kind of used to that a little bit more.
And there's another foul. Looks like that might be on.
Probably Jackson.
Yep. Looks like it. Even though I could have sworn that was on Halliburton, actually.
Yeah.
Because he was the one that was. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it was on Tyrese Halliburton, the one that was actually guarding Kyle Kuzma. One of the few guys that I can recognize by face. I'll have to definitely get better with the names as time goes along. But there we go. Another missed free throw for the Wizards. They're 2 of 5 to start this game. I'll say this, Jacob, if they keep missing free throws like this, it gives the Pacers the chance to stick in this game. Can't be missing these free throws like this.
Yeah. I mean, right now it's a 5-point game, and they've had so many more chances than we have. So.
And Kuzma does make that free throw, so it's 12-6 Pacers. Just under 9 minutes. Pacers trying to get something offensively going right now. Trying to settle in. It'll take a minute to see who's going to step up and who's going to start making those big plays. And there's another turnover there. Pass was thrown by number 21. That is
that'd be Terry Taylor.
He just Pacers get it back. And there's another 3 from Tyrese Halliburton. I think he's 2 of 3 to start the game right now for Tyrese. So he has been the offense so far for the Indiana Pacers early in this game.
Yeah, and that's what they're going to need. They're going to need him to step up when some of the other guys aren't finding their shot. And like we said with Terry Taylor, he's just so small at the forward. It's hard for him to get matched up against some of these other guys.
Kuzma with the 3 to respond, 15-9. Wizards over the Pacers. Tyrese again with a 3. It's short.
A little early for a heat check.
Thank you to everybody watching right now. Greatly appreciate it. Kuzma at the top of the key, waiting for somebody to set up. Passes it to Beal. Beal's got that open lane. Never mind. Passes it back out to Kuzma. Kuzma nails another 3. Back-to-back 3s for Kuzma. Right now, it's been all 3s in this game so far. Nobody really trying to attack the basket. 18-9 Wizards lead right now. That's a drive. That's a miss. Pacers trying to get the rebound. They do. Hield gets it. Hield at the top of the key. Passes it. Tyrese with the ball again. Tyrese taking the jump shot, and he nails the 2 and the corner. So I think that's 8 points. 8 of the first 11 points for the Pacers in this game goes to Tyrese Halliburton. Thank you guys again for watching on YouTube, guys. Make sure to follow that link right there. Gonna be a foul. Follow that link on YouTube, guys, and you guys can watch this game live on playback with us. Thank you to the 30 people already watching on playback. Greatly appreciated.
Yep. And now Mathurin gets to check in, takes over for Buddy Hield. So Pacers fans getting to see what they got in this rookie pretty early in the game. I mean, this is one thing to watch out for. The Pacers getting in foul trouble. They started to do that towards the end of last season, and especially when you're already thin at the center position, you can't really afford to start letting a lot of these guys take fouls like Terry Taylor or Isaiah Jackson. So definitely need to clean it up.
Yep. Kuzma makes the and 1. So it is 21-11 Wizards. 6.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Wizards getting almost anything they want offensively, and that is a bank layup by who is that right there?
That's the rookie. That's Mathurin there. Attacking the basket. That's what he did all summer league and preseason. So right out of the gates, comes in, gets his first bucket.
Mathurin almost gets the steal there by the sloppy pass of Kristaps. Kuzma with another 3, isn't able to make it. Dumps it to Tyrese. Good ball movement by the Pacers. You get the wing shot. Oh, and he misses 3. That was Terry Taylor with the miss.
Yeah, great take there by Mathurin. I mean, not afraid of the height, not afraid of Porzingis, goes straight up and attacks him, gets a shot over him. And then on the other end, like you said, almost disrupts that pass and then comes in and gets the rebound past Porzingis. So playing with a lot of energy here.
Yep. I agree, capacity. No defense right now for the Pacers. They got to figure that out for sure. Morris, I think, had the first basket for the Pacers or for the Wizards, but didn't end up doing much more after. I think that's the first foul on Mathurin there. I think that's foul number 4 for the Pacers already.
Yep.
Mathurin just trying to get around Kristaps, and the official just didn't want him grabbing him at that point. So this is the 3rd time that Porzingis is going to be at the foul line in this first quarter already.
Yeah, not a great start as far as foul trouble goes. It's going to come back to bite you because you're going to run out of guys, and then especially already without Miles Turner, now you're already playing short at the center position, and that's where most of your fouls are going to come from.
Mm-hmm. Got TJ McConnell coming in now. Kristaps makes both of those free throws. Oh, and a missed layup there, but there was a foul committed.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Foul on Kuzma.
Yep. Foul on Kuzma. It's one of the first few fouls by the Wizards in this game. Tyrese, again, with that make. Tyrese has really been the only offense for the Pacers so far in this game.
Yeah, which is a little unsettling. It's a lot of guys are kind of passing the ball instead of just taking their shot. And it's as much as that's great for team camaraderie. I mean, you got to put up a shot. Like somebody's got to score. So
yep, that's 10 points for Tyrese already in this game. And he's got 10 of the Pacers' first 15. So it's 23-15. Beal takes it to the rack, isn't able to get it, but Kuzma puts it back up. Good second chance opportunity there. Still a 10-point lead for Washington. McConnell trying to get something going for him to create some space. There's a three. That's a miss. And this one is, it looks like it's going to be Pacer ball still.
Yeah.
Kuzma and Taylor trying to go for it against each other there.
Yeah, that one's going to be close, but I think Kuzma comes in and
got it at the end there. I think that's close, but I think Kuzma's arm swinging it that way was what got him. So
yep.
Kristaps trying to play a tough defense here. McConnell with the fade isn't able to get it. Passes it back out to Taylor though. And there's could have potentially been and they tried to go up with it again, and that's out of bounds. McConnell and I think Terry trying to get involved offensively, but they weren't able to do anything.
Yeah, that was
in for the substitution.
That was kind of a botched possession. TJ McConnell misses the shot. Terry Taylor drives in, but then comes up short. And then TJ just kind of threw that up for Jackson, but there's no way he was going to get that. Kind of just, all right, we're going to see if this works. And if not, then we'll take it out of bounds.
Somewhere in Indianapolis, Kevin Bowen is screaming with joy. Porzingis really getting involved a lot in this Wizard offense for sure. That's a miss there. At the top of the key, McConnell dishes it to and there's a blocking out. I think that's on Beal. Is that Mathurin, that's the one that triggered the foul. Yep, that is on Beal. Beal tried to shimmy his way over a little bit, but didn't quite set himself all the way.
Yeah, close and kind of leaned into it, so they'll get that every time.
Thank you to the 75 people watching on YouTube. Be sure to use that playback link, guys. That's a free throw made by Mathurin. Be sure to use that playback link, guys. You can watch this game live with Jacob and I as we react to this game. Would greatly appreciate if you guys could join us on there. Just plug in your TV provider info. If you're a Wizards fan or if you're a Pacers fan, doesn't matter. Mathurin with the second free throw and it goes in. Mathurin finally getting involved in the offense here.
Yeah, and this is what you want to see from the rookie. You want to see him get involved early.
4 points for him. So it's 25-17. Wizards are in the bonus, by the way, already. Porzingis with the back down, isn't able to get it, but there's an offensive rebound for the Wizards by Wright. Beal all by himself, takes it to the rack, and he does convert that time. Good defense there by, couldn't tell who that was, but Beal just made it better. And McConnell responds with a tough contested layup.
Yeah, McConnell's getting after it on defense. That's what the second unit needs, and honestly what the team needs.
Somebody lost that one on Porzingis. Okay, good movement. Get back out there. Kuzma with the long three, isn't able to get it. Good rebound there. Buddy and Hallie. Halliburton has most of the team's points, but Buddy Hield's only made 1 3 so far. Porzingis with the long throw all the way down the court, and man, what a shot. Great layup there. Hello, David. Hello from New Zealand. Been a Pacers fan for 20 plus years. Holy cow. Thank you, David, for being in here. Greatly appreciate it. And it's another pass. Tyrese with the open three, and he missed it. Pacers just unable to get anything going offensively. Really having a difficult time getting any kind of connection going right now. Really trying hard, but they're just not able to get anything right now the way the Wizards are moving. Beal with the outside three, and he misses.
Yeah, just need to settle down. Let TJ take it up the court. Get some guys in the spot, and let's get some offense going.
Isaiah Jackson with the rebound there. Halliburton trying to take Porzingis. And Porzingis with the nasty block. And a great rebound there. And that's a miss again. Porzingis' length down there right now, Jacob, really hurting the Pacers.
Yeah, you just can't get shots up around him, especially like you attack him with a guard, and he's just going to block you every time.
Timeout called by the Pacers after another layup made. So it is 31-19 Wizards over the Pacers with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Yeah, just right now, man, just not really seeing a lot from the Pacers offense. Really, their offense has just been Mathurin and Halliburton so far through the first quarter.
Yeah, I got to see some more guys get involved. Hopefully in the second unit, they can kind of get settled down and TJ can kind of get things organized. But yeah, you'd like to see Buddy Hield get more involved. Chris Duarte needs to be more involved. I think I saw him passing up a couple of his shots. Everyone's just trying to feel it out. You know, it is the first game of the regular season, but gotta hit the ground running. And I think this game, on the bright side, may get to see some of our more younger players get in. So might not be all bad.
Yep. Like you said, it's first game. And then on top of it, you know, you're trying to adjust with the fact that Miles Turner's out of this game from the get-go.
Yeah.
You know, it shouldn't have been that way, but you know what it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard. Like, this is the game you probably prepared for the most. And then, you know, you come find out an hour before the game that Miles Turner isn't going to start. And now you got to shuffle guys around, and that changes up your rotation and everybody down the bench. So just take a little bit more getting used to, a little bit of adaptability, but we'll see what they come out here.
We are in timeout. I think it's the second timeout called by the Pacers so far in this first quarter. You can clearly tell the chemistry working with the Wizards right now. Kuzma with 10 points early in this game, Porzingis with 6, and Bradley Beal with 7. So 3 guys already on the cusp of nearing double-digit points already in this first quarter. And right now, the Pacers are just trying to find their mix. Hopefully that we see them start settling down here a little bit. Like you said, as a young team, they're going to have to figure it out with each other.
Yeah, there'll be growing pains, and I think we're seeing a little bit of that. But Tyrese, what I've enjoyed the most is him accepting that leadership role, and then going into that, and if nobody else is going to find a shot, he'll take one. If somebody else needs the ball, he's looking for him. He's taking it up. So that's good to see from him. Glad he's off to a great start, because honestly, it's all going to start with him. And then everybody else is going to get some off of that. So looks like he's on the bench now. So this will be good to see who's going to step up then with him out.
Shout out to all the members on playback, to the 30 of you in here right now. Greatly appreciated. Thank you to the almost 100 people watching on YouTube, guys. Be sure to follow that link. It's in the description or in the comments section. You guys can watch on playback live with us while we're watching this game. All you need is a TV provider info, and you should be able to watch it live with us. Pacers get the ball here, trying to bring this back into single digits before the first quarter is out. McConnell dishes it back out. This is going to be an open shot, and there is a foul on, or I think that might have been a travel on Halliburton there.
Yeah, it looks like they called a travel on Mathurin. It's again that looked a little better moving the ball.
TJ McConnell, and they eventually get it away. Dang, TJ almost stole that from the inbound. TJ's out here trying, dude. I can tell you what.
Yeah, he's aggressive. And that's what they need, right? They need to see that energy coming from him, and everybody else can feed off that.
Good defense there by Isaiah Jackson. That's a missed layup. McConnell at the top of the key. McConnell trying to find somebody. He's throwing it down to Jackson. Oh, and what a steal. It's off of the Wizards, though. They're trying to get Isaiah Jackson in on Wright. Jackson has the size advantage there, but Wright had some really good defense there.
Yeah, I think Jackson just rushed that. He needed to kind of calm down, realize he had that size advantage, take a dribble, and then lay up, but just got a little too excited.
Dylan, we won't do every game, but it'll be close. And there was another 3 there. Pacers aren't able to get that one. But Dylan, we will be starting to do more of these throughout the season. Oh, and that's blocked by Isaiah Jackson, the 3-pointer shot there. Great defense there by Jackson. Just need to see somebody on this Pacer offense start making shots. There's a 3 there, and that's a make, finally. That was made by Mathurin there. Mathurin gets his first 3 of the season. Again, all offense for Mathurin and Halliburton in this game. Just looking for somebody else to try to take over as well. Make sure if you guys are watching on YouTube, follow that playback link. Oh, and some good defense. Oh, wow. Ooh. What a slam there. That was number...
That was
Daniel Gafford.
Yep.
Holy cow. Just jumps over Isaiah Jackson and just slams it one-handed. My goodness.
Yeah, went up and got the rebound and the dunk at the same time.
Mathurin with the 3 again. Mathurin with another 3. Mathurin heating up. 33 to 25 now. It is single digits. Wizards are going to get the last shot here with 5 seconds left. It'll be tightly contested. It's going to be a 3. And he nailed it. Wow, what a shot. That was Barton on the 3. So it'll be an 11-point lead for the Wizards at the end of the first quarter. Gosh darn it. Was hoping for it to be single digits, but Barton with a nice 3 to end the quarter.
Yeah. Great step back shot. Had it over Jackson, but I think that's how you wanted to see the Pacers come out and close the first quarter. It was a large ask to come back, but I think you saw the strides they're making on offense. If nobody else is going to take a shot, Ben Mathurin's at least going to try. So, which I'm here for. You know, that's what he needs as a rookie. Get acclimated with this Pacers community and the team, and I think they're super excited to see him. And yeah, I mean, that's the guy. If anybody's going to get the crowd going, it's going to be him or Tyrese.
Yep. Tyrese Halliburton finishes that quarter with 10 points. Benedict Mathurin with 7. And then Buddy Hield with 3. So it's weird that Buddy Hield had only 5 minutes of play in that first quarter there. I was surprised by that. Thought they would have had him in there running with that first team offense a little bit more, but here we are.
Yeah, I think Rick was probably just looking to shake something up because you had Jalen Smith, who had to start at center with Miles Turner being out. He had 2 fouls, so you had to sit him down for a little bit. Terry Taylor, your other forward, got a foul. And then, Tyrese and Halliburton have fouls. But, Buddy Hield, 5 minutes, like you said, 3 points. He'll probably get some more run here because you can mix him in, I think, with any unit. So Chris Duarte is the guy that I really want to see get moving more. Took only 1 shot in 6 minutes, so let's try to get him more involved.
Alonzo, we've only been this is our first time streaming a basketball game, so we'll do a couple more of these throughout the season. No question, trying to get these more involved. All Mathurin does is knock down buckets. Hey, we'll see how he does, man. But thank you to everybody watching on YouTube. We have almost 100 of you in here on YouTube. If every single one of you wants to watch this game live with us, just hit that playback link. It's here on the screen. Also, it's in the description or in the comment section. If you guys follow that and plug in your TV provider information, you'll be able to watch this game live on playback for free with us while we commentate. Let's see what else we got going on here. Only other scores going on in the league right now. Orlando has a 28-17 lead over Detroit, and Atlanta is a 2-0 lead over the Rockets at the moment because that game just started 40 seconds ago. But here we go. Second quarter now. Pacers down by 11. It's 36-25. Pacers looking better to end that first quarter. They want to try to rehash that. Some better defense here from the Pacers. That's a miss. A good rebound there by number 23, Aaron Nesmith. And there's a foul on Barton.
Yeah, Nesmith is a guy they have a lot of excitement for. Like I mentioned earlier, got him in that trade for Malcolm Brogdon. And he was another lottery pick that the Celtics just could never find a place for him in their rotation. So he comes to the Pacers team that's obviously looking for people to step up, looking for the youth to grow. So you bring him in and give him another opportunity.
It looks like Isaiah Jackson coming out and Smith coming back in. There's a bucket by McConnell at the top of the brick. So that's 36-27. Back to single digits again. Oh, wow. What a play design there. This is it back out, however. Oh, and a good layup there for the Wizards. They respond once again. Mathurin with the ball, trying to get it into Smith. Smith misses the layup. Mathurin gets the backboard, though. He does get the rebound and the second chance points. Mathurin coming in strong over the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, I tried to go for the oop there. Just weren't on the same page. It's a little too early to be trying those things, especially you just don't know how each other's going to react. You don't know that Jalen Smith isn't looking for that right off the pick and roll. So
TJ McConnell with the foul, with the strip foul, trying to go for the steal, and looks like Wright's going to be going to the free throw line because both teams are in, or Wizards were in bonus. But Wright misses the free throw there. Again, another missed free throw. That's been something that if the Wizards had made all their free throws right now, they'd be about 5 points higher right now than what it would be right now.
I was going to say, it'd be a lot worse if they're hitting their free throws.
39-29, Wizards lead. Still 10 minutes left in the second quarter. Pacers trying to get something going. Oh, and tried to get it in there. That was number 12, Ashi Brissett. Oh, and that is a charge.
Good take.
McConnell taking the charge.
Good take.
Say what you want about McConnell, man. He definitely is out here really trying.
And that's what I just enjoy about him is the fact that he's willing to put his body on the line. He's willing to make that extra effort. He's hounding the ball as soon as it's inbounded. And, you know, being a veteran player, sometimes you kind of take a step back. Instead, he's putting more energy in and just showing these young guys what they can be and the energy they need to provide.
Smith backing down right. Smith misses again, and that's rebounded by the Wizards, and it's thrown out of bounds. Turnover Wizards.
Yeah, I think Smith's getting a little in his head here, kind of shaking his head after that miss. You just got to calm down.
Yeah,
settle down a little bit.
Off his game right now.
Yeah.
McConnell, and he misses the layup. Oh. Holy cow. Easy layup there underneath the basket. And the Pacers just let him drive through. That's Barton with the easy dunk in the middle. Right now, the Pacers, I think, need to call a timeout again. The Pacers are falling apart in the last few possessions here. You had 2 missed layups back to back, and then you give up the easy dunk. Pacers need a minute here to reconfigure themselves and figure out what they need to do.
Yeah. Burning through these timeouts early, but it's warranted. I mean, you got Smith that's kind of in his head. TJ McConnell just missed that wide open layup. So guys just need to settle down. I feel like, you know, it's first game jitters, but you gotta start making strides, and you want to show the coaching staff that you're going to turn it around. Like, yeah, I started off bad, especially in Jalen Smith's case, missing shots, getting 2 fouls, but now he's going to settle down and he's going to lock in. And in times like this, you really just want him to focus on one thing. So, like, if it's Jalen Smith, you need to sit him down and say, hey, we want you to just focus on defense, all right? Go get some rebounds, and then slowly build off that. Everything else will come with that once you get into the groove and once you start getting the ball in your hands. So just need to just recenter. I mean, I know we said that at every timeout, but they got to find something here.
Well, and I will say this, for the fact of how bad offensively they are playing right now, to only be down 12 right now, I mean, that it takes one quick run from the Pacers, and that's back to within 5. If they just get it, if they just figure it out and go on a run, I mean, this game is certainly far from out of reach right now, as long as they don't continue to let this lead build.
Yeah. Yep. All you need is, Mathurin to get you a couple shots, TJ McConnell to get you a steal, and, you get on a little bit of run and you're right back in it.
Thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to everybody hanging out with us on YouTube. If you guys want to, feel free to check out this game on playback. If you guys follow the link in the description or in the comment section, you guys will get a chance to watch the game live with us. Look at the stats so far. Now, Mathurin actually has more, the leading scorer right now for the Indiana Pacers. Right now, only 4 players have scored right now for the Pacers to start this game. Mathurin with 12, Halliburton with 10. So that's 24 or 22 of your 29 points right now. Somebody else has got to start stepping up and making some baskets.
Yeah, for sure. You can't rely on these two guys the whole night. So somebody's going to have to step up. We'll probably see Buddy Hield get back in, or Chris Duarte, and try to look for their shot. But yeah, I mean, it's on one hand, it's great to see from these guys, but you gotta get everybody contributing, because trying to rely on these two for the whole season is definitely not going to work. But I like what I've seen from Mathurin so far. I mean, kind of doing a little bit of everything for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we haven't seen Buddy Hield come into the game since the 7-minute mark, and that's a 3 for Smith, and he misses again. Another miss for Smith, and he is just definitely not feeling it tonight.
Yeah, that was a bad air ball.
Not a shot yet. Or actually, that's not true. I think he actually does have. No, he doesn't have any points. Yeah, he doesn't have anything yet. Good defense there. Barton trying to take it in. Smith with a good defense. Come on, Pacers. Let's get something going here. Dishing it out at the top of the key, trying to get something set up here. Trying to get McConnell on the cut. Oh, good pass there by McConnell. There's no foul there, though.
Yeah, they got a little bunched up down there in the paint. You had O'Shea Brissett driving on the right side and Jalen Smith moving to the right side, so it almost acted as another defender. Just guys not on the same page.
Mm-hmm. Definitely playing better defense right now is the Indiana Pacers, but just struggling to score offensively right now. And another miss, but then Smith finally gets his first bucket off the offensive rebound. Second chance points there. Finally got his first bucket of the night. I think he desperately needed that one, Jacob, even if it was just a simple layup. I mean, it's what he needed.
Yeah. I mean, the old cliche is you just got to see the ball go in the bucket, right? Like, as a shooter, you just got to see it go in once. Then it can. There's nothing above the rim. The basketball can go through, and you can kind of settle down a little bit and look for your shot. And I've seen him take a couple threes. If that's not working, focus inside. Like, it's easier to get your points at the rim. You're going to draw a foul. You're going to get the bucket at your size. So just focus, try to attack the rim, and then work towards getting that outside
Taylor
shot.
Come in, seeing Kuzma come in. Still have not seen. I'm still amazed. I have not seen Buddy Hield since the 7-minute mark of the first quarter, and it's almost halfway through the second.
I think he just checked in.
Yet.
Yeah, I think he just checked in. So,
and there's another good defense, but a good layup there by Gafford. The long body of Gafford. 43-31 Wizards right now. McConnell driving in, trying to get the layup, isn't able to get it, but there is a foul on the play by the Wizards. That's on Hachimura. His first foul. That was Smith that he fouled. Who do we got coming in right here?
All right, this is Goga Pataste coming in for Jalen Smith. He's probably the third center on the roster, so getting to play with Miles out. He's got some flash to him. He's shown a couple things. Like I said, he had a lot of blocks in the preseason, so he'll be an interesting player to watch and see what they do with him.
Cool. McConnell driving in. McConnell looking. Dishes it back out to the top of the key. 3 going up, and it's a miss. But Taylor's gonna get it back. Back up at the top of the key for the Pacers. Dishes it back to McConnell. McConnell dishes it back out. Buddy Hield with the three, and Hield makes it. His second three of the day. 2 of 3 so far from the 3-point range. That was a huge one that the Pacers needed there.
Yeah.
43-34. Kuzma going the distance, and he gets fouled. See who the foul is on. Couldn't tell if that was Hield or if that was on 23 here.
Yeah, I think that's going to be on Nesmith. Looked like he just reached in a little bit too much when Kuzma was going up.
Aaron Nesmith, yeah. Yep, Nesmith tried to get that ball on the backside. McConnell checks out.
Probably means Halliburton's back in, so we get to see some of the starting unit getting back together.
Yep. And Kuzma misses another free throw. I think that's the 6th missed free throw by the Wizards in this game already. I think they're only shooting 50% from the free throw line right now, so I mean, not a good start offensively from the free throw line. Kuzma with the second free throw, and that one banks in. So, yep, Halliburton's back out there. See if this offensive starter unit can actually get something going. Halliburton with the first shot, and he nails it from the edge. 2-pointer, 44-36, and I think there's a timeout potentially called by the Wizards, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's
a timeout.
Yeah, it's great to see. Oh, it looks like the Wizards maybe did call that one.
I think Wizards might have called that one to kind of calm them down a minute.
Yeah, great to see Halliburton come back in off the bench and get a bucket right away. Like, not getting cold, coming out there, still looking for your shot. And it was a great mid-range shot in open space. So it seems like they're getting their footing under him. We've got a quarter under us now. We're getting back together. And if they can, especially Buddy and Tyrese, they've been with each other. They should know what to expect.
Any rookies you're excited for this season?
Rookies in general, I think, let's see. I mean, obviously excited for Mathurin. I think Paul is going to be pretty great with Orlando. I was excited to see Chet Holmgren and see how they used him, but then it looks like he's going to be out for the season. It's kind of a mixed bag. I felt like this year that could make a big impact on teams. So kind of excited to see him across the board.
Rick, thank you, man. Appreciate that. Hey, guys, make sure for the 83 people out here on YouTube, make sure if you guys want to watch this game live with us while we commentate, feel free to use that playback link. If you guys use that, just plug in your TV provider information, be able to watch this game live with us. I can't believe Miles got hurt in pre and warm-ups. That's literally the most Pacers thing I've ever seen. Yeah, that's always the bummer, right? When a player gets hurt in warm-ups.
Yeah, and Miles of all people. Like, it's so fitting. Yeah, taking a look at the box score, it looks like at least the minute distribution has been pretty even across the board. Nesmith playing 7 minutes, Brissett playing 8 minutes off the bench. So Rick Carlisle kind of spreading it out, seeing what he has, and I'm sure the lineup will come to better fruition and a couple more games, kind of get his solid 8-man rotation. But nice to see some, kind of mixing it up, getting everybody a little bit of action. And I mean, I think that's what you got to do with a team like this. A lot of new pieces, a lot of young pieces. Got to see who's going to produce for you.
All right. 44-36. It's actually the lowest score that we've seen from the Pacers since the end of the first quarter, right before the quarter ended. Wizards with the ball here, 44-36. Just under 7 minutes left in the second quarter. Bradley Beal with the ball up top, trying to create an ISO situation right here. He's going to dish it out to Wright on the corner. Wright doesn't get it. Oh, and the bounce. Oh, and good rebound there. Great job by the Pacers. Wizards coming hard for that one, but Pacers do get it. Halliburton trying to make something happen here. Hield drives. Hield goes for the layup, and Hield gets it. Hield being the most efficient player for the Pacers in this game so far. It's down to 6, 44-38. Those 6 free throws they've missed so far, Jacob, now seems like a situation where they would have liked to have those back.
Yeah, coming back to bite you.
Porzingis shoots and misses, and another rebound here for the Pacers. Pacers pushing. Halliburton just dishes it back out to Hield. Hield trying to find somewhere, isn't able to get up the shot off that he wants. Hield with another 3, and he nails it. Buddy Hield with another 3. Hield has single-handedly brought this game back to within 3. 44-41. Look at Buddy Hield in the second quarter, man.
Yeah, and now we get another timeout. Like, this is the Wizards are the script has flipped, so to speak. Is now the Wizards are like, okay, we got to settle down a little bit. And that was a great, Goga getting the rebound and then finding that outlet pass, sent it between 2 Wizards, Kristaps Porzingis being one of them, finds Tyrese Halliburton on the break. I was a little upset with Buddy not making that initial pass to Aaron Nesmith, but in the end it works. He gets his shot. But yeah, great movement here by this unit on the floor.
There we go. It took one player for the Pacers to finally start getting some momentum. Hield nails 8 points on back-to-back possessions. And there you go, folks. I said it. Pacers get on a run here. The Wizards were leaving this game wide open, and the Pacers are right back in it.
Yeah, and right now watching it, Buddy Hield is in the huddle, kind of getting everybody on the same page, getting them motivated. I mean, they need to keep the momentum going through this timeout. Get back on the court, try to find, Buddy keep finding his shot, but also try to get some other people involved, because what happened was everybody's so focused on Tyrese because he's making these plays. Buddy Hield can kind of get some relaxed coverage. He starts hitting threes. They're going to change that around. That's going to open somebody else up. So kind of look for Aaron Nesmith here if he's still out on the court. Looks like they might have actually brought in Chris Duarte. So this would be the guy. Now the next guy you want to get this shot going.
All right, 44-41, just under 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Pacers have brought it back all the way back from a 12-point deficit to a 3-point deficit. Defense playing exceptionally well. Kuzma with the 3, and that's a miss. Pacers with a chance to tie it on this possession right here. Do they try to go Buddy Hield's way again? Contested shot, and there's a foul on the play. It might have been on, I don't think that was on Porzingis. I think it was on, it was 22 there.
Yeah, it looked like Monte Morris.
Yep, Monte Morris. So now we have Terry Taylor coming to the free throw line now.
Yeah, and that kind of move is going to benefit Terry the most. Lacking the size at forward, he can go up and kind of draw that contact late. He's got so much bounce for a guy of his size. So that's why he can play the forward position, because he can jump out the gym, go up and get the rebound and flush it back down.
And both free throws are made. So now it's a 1-point game for the first time since the beginning of this game.
Yeah.
Fantastic job by the Pacers to come back into this game right now. Great defense. Oh, and there's a foul there.
Yeah. Goga was a little too aggressive on that. Tried to go for the block and just straight up whacked him. But, I feel like you'll take that, right? Like, you want to see him trying to look for that block. So you can live with that.
And there's the free throw made.
All right, so let's see what we can get with Tyrese here.
Tyrese trying to get something. Oh, he dishes it back. Buddy Hield with another 3. Oh, and he misses. Gosh darn it. One of the first misses that Buddy's had since the first quarter.
Yeah, but what you did see on that possession, Goga looks to be the most productive center we have right now. Being able to get that rebound and find the open man and dish it out to at least attempt a shot.
Hield with the mid-range shot, and he nails it. 48-43. Pacers within 5. Hield at the top, trying to let it go. Oh, bam there. Oh, nope, no. It's going to get taken away. Apparently, there was a illegal screen set, I think.
Oh.
Dang it.
You got to have that one back.
Darn. Oh, he was holding on to, he's saying he was holding on to Porzingis.
Yeah.
And wasn't letting him go out.
Wow. Still, great dunk. Doesn't neglect the athletic play we just saw, but
GS Mac, just try to log back into playback. Maybe it's just messing up on your end. Hopefully it's not an issue, but right now score 48-43 Wizards. Just 4 minutes left in the second. Pacers with the ball now with mainly their first team offense and another foul on Bitsadal again. That's the second foul in a row on him. And like you said, the Pacers are already in center trouble right now. And Isaiah and Smith hasn't had a good outing so far, offensive wise. And they're trying to find somebody to get something going. But right now, the centers for the Pacers just getting into foul trouble.
Yeah. And like I said, Bataste was our most productive center thus far, and now he's got 3 fouls, so he's definitely got to take a seat. So now you got to mix back in Isaiah Jackson or Jalen Smith, who I believe Isaiah Jackson doesn't have any fouls, but Jalen Smith still has 2.
And there's a couple different misses, and the Wizards end up getting the second rebound again. Oh, and what a steal there. Pacers on the fast break, trying to just throw it up. Oh, and it bobbles out. Pacers trying to get back quickly. Porzingis underneath, and Porzingis with the slam. 50-43. Pacers trying not to let this game go out of hand right now. And there's no foul, and it's going to be a turnover by the Pacers again. And looks like one of the Wizards players got their ankles rolled up. Pacers are wondering why they never got a foul call. Duarte trying to go up, but yeah, for some reason there was no foul called, even though there was clear body contact.
Yeah, I think if anything in that situation, they would have whistled it on Duarte. He got his elbow up a little bit and kind of leaned into Diha there. So, yeah, kind of contact on both sides, but it looked like, I'm not sure what happened to Denny. I don't know if he rolled his ankle or got it stepped on, but he looks like he's in some pain. I think if Duarte would have went up with that shot, he would have got the foul. But I think he just got a little off balance and couldn't bring it up.
Wow. And Jahi gets catered to. Still grabbing right around that, trying to see if that was his Achilles that he was grabbing at. Oh, yeah, definitely tweaked that right ankle for sure. Certainly hope that he's okay. And I definitely think that might have just been a twisted ankle.
Yeah, that's definitely what it looks like. I think that's where Duarte got tripped up as well. Looks like he might have stepped on it.
Yep. Seems to be okay.
Hey, he's putting pressure on it, so. Yeah, it looks like he's going to head back to the locker room.
Yep.
He's probably done for the night. No need to try to rush him back. You got the whole season ahead of you. Pacers look to be getting a little bit more aggressive out of the break here.
Beal backing him down. Beal with the left hand and nails it in. 52-43 now. So the Wizards now going on a little bit of a run here. 3 minutes left in the second. 52-43. Throws it back out to Hield. Hield with the contested three. It gets blocked a little bit. Kuzma gets the rebound.
Yeah, Tyrese would have been better off keeping that one and driving it. Kind of made an awkward pass to Hield.
Barton with the three, and Barton nails it. So now it is an 11-point lead for the Wizards again. Ever since the Pacers went on that little run, the Pacers are, and another turnover for the Pacers. So the Pacers went on their run, and then the Wizards are now going on one of their own.
Yeah, that second foul from Batazde, him having to sit, just really changed the momentum. They couldn't really get the footing back in with Isaiah Jackson.
Bradley Beal all by himself with Tyrese right now. This is it back out. Tyrese with the almost got the steal. Pass was intended for Bradley Beal. Beal with the contested three as the shot clock goes down. Shot clock violation. Good defense there by Tyrese at the top of the key. Gonna quick pass it. Hield with the three or the two, and he makes it. Hield now with 13, the leading scorer for the Pacers. Ooh, I thought that would have been a travel. Kristaps with the three, and Kristaps nails it. The Wizards' largest lead of the game, that's 13. It's 58-45. Hield with the ball again. Hield has it stripped away from the back. Minute 34 left in the second quarter. Hield gets it to Jackson. Jackson with Porzingis on him and just throws it up. Oh, and Halliburton gets the rebound. Halliburton throws it up and gets the layup. That's the two. That is going to be 12, or actually 14 for Halliburton. Porzingis with another three from the left corner. Doesn't get it, but the ball bounces, and it's out on the Wizards. Missed the layup, and Hield's trying to get the ball from the ref quick so they could try to get down the court with the Wizards not paying attention. Halliburton at the top of the key. Halliburton with his own three, and he nailed it. What a three by Halliburton. That is 17 for Halliburton in this game. And the Pacers are back within single digits again. Porzingis at the top of the key. Passes it to Beal. Duarte. And Beal with the other left hand again. 60-50. Under a minute. Oh, good pass there. Hield. And Hield misses the layup. Bradley Beal might have gotten a chip on it, but Hield missed the wide open layup. Gosh darn it. More missed layups here for the Pacers.
Yeah, and that was a great find. I mean, nobody saw Buddy Hield slip into the post and just couldn't connect.
Oh, and there's a steal. Duarte throwing it to Hield, and it bounces off of Kuzma's knee. Last shot here. 12 seconds. Hield and Duarte. Duarte was mad that Hield didn't go up with the shot, and Hield was trying to say that that pass was nowhere near the basket for him to get anywhere. So,
yeah, Duarte probably just should have kept that one. Like, it was almost too little, too late to try to get it over to Hield. Just try to draw some contact, throw it up there. But yeah, that's been the story of tonight. You know, everybody's overthinking it a little bit, not just afraid to be selfish, I think, but sometimes you just gotta go get your own shot.
Oh, and he's got Jackson, and Jackson finishes with authority at the rim. 2 seconds off the clock is 60-52 with the dunk by Jackson. Finally getting one of those. 10 seconds left. Washington trying to get their last shot here before the half. Pacers doing a good job of combating the little run that the Wizards went on. Beal going the length of the court, dishes it out. Kuzma with the three at the top of the key, and Kuzma misses. So it'd be 60-52 going into the halftime. It's the halftime score for the Pacers and the Washington Wizards. Fantastic. Thank you, guys. Acidic Facts. I appreciate that. Let's get a look here at some of the numbers for the Pacers and the Wizards. The leading scorers for the Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton, 17 points, 6 of 9 from the field, 3 of 5 from three-point range. Also included 3 turnovers, had 2 assists and 1 rebound. Buddy Hield with 13 points, 5 of 9, 3 of 6 from three-point range, 5 rebounds. And then your third leading scorer is Mathurin with 12. He's 4 of 6 and 2 of 3 from three-point range. Leading scorer for the Wizards is Monte Morris with, it's actually Bradley Beal with 13. He's 6 of 10 from the field, 1 of 3 from three-point range. You got Kristaps Porzingis and Kyle Kuzma both with 11 points. Kristaps 3 of 9 from the field, and Kuzma 3 of 8. 6 rebounds for Kuzma, 3 for Porzingis, and 2 assists from each. What's your overall thoughts so far, Jacob, through the first half of this?
So, I mean, the Wizards are capitalizing on the Pacers' mistakes. You know, being a new team comes with its challenges, and the Pacers are seeing that right now. Everybody's not on the same page. You got to try to calm down, understand where your partner is going to be, and stop committing these unnecessary turnovers. It's not like the Wizards are putting so much pressure on you that you're turning the ball over. A lot of times you're throwing it out of bounds, you're missing a pass. So just try to settle down and get everybody on the same page, and then trying to stay out of foul trouble as well. I mean, I know the Wizards haven't been hitting their shots, but they were 10 for 15 from the free throw line for almost 67%. And then while the Pacers were 6 of 6. So almost a little less than half the attempts that the Wizards have had from the free throw line. And that's all about trying to drive in and draw contact. So we saw that with Mathurin, didn't see that with a whole lot of others. So hoping they can kind of change that around in the second half.
Well, I will say this. I mean, that first quarter definitely it had its fair share of bad play offensively and defensively. And then in that second quarter, you know, they really did a fantastic job of coming back around. That second, really all of the offense coming from the Wizards in the second quarter was that run right there at the end of the second quarter. Outside of that, really, there wasn't anything going for the Wizards. They really, the Pacers have really done a fantastic job of stopping the inside of the paint, and they really did a good job of stopping those easy buckets. And ever since then, every shot that the Wizards have had, they've really had to work for, and it's paying dividends right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, the Wizards seem content to try to shoot the three, so I'd let them marginally. Looks like Porzingis has hit a few, and Kuzma has as well. But, you know, I think you can live with that. It's going to be so hard to guard their length. The Wizards just seem to be so tall, and with the Pacers without Miles Turner, really missing that at the center position, and Jalen Smith kind of in a funk right now, can't give you that. So you got to find another way to beat them, and that's going to be with your quickness, with your speed, and your athleticism. So just trying to play your style of game and just try to combat the Wizards as best you can. It's honestly surprising they're not going more in the paint with as tall as they have matchup-wise against the Pacers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right now, team-wise, Wizards shooting 45%. Pacers are shooting 39%. Definitely something that needs to improve for both teams. Like I said before, the Wizards have missed 5 free throws in this game already, so that's been the Achilles heel for them. You certainly hope that the Pacers can kind of get to the free throw line a little bit more. You know, they've only had 6 free throws so far in the first half. The Wizards with 15. So they're more than doubling their free throw input right now. Otherwise, they're getting out rebounded right now, 35-27. That's something that definitely we saw coming, especially with Miles Turner not being in there, that big presence in the middle. They obviously own the size right now. But another thing that definitely needs to go down, turnovers.
Yeah.
And that's something where both teams struggled. Wizards had 6 and the Pacers had 10. I mean, it seemed like it was, especially early in this game, was the self-inflicted wounds. I mean, they were, missing shots, not getting anything going offensively and turning the ball over too much. So what do you think needs to be the biggest key for the Pacers in the second half to gain that lead back?
Yeah, I think it's like you were talking about. It's going to be controlling the ball and trying to not commit as many turnovers. They just need to settle down a little bit. You don't need to make the flashy play. You don't need to make, like, oh, we're going to get out on the fast break and just push it down the court. Settle down a little bit. Let Tyrese lead the offense, take the ball up, and kind of survey what you have, and just we've seen at times they can have great ball movement, especially when Goga was in the center, getting the ball, moving it around. Keep more of that, and I think the shots will come and the offense will come. But yeah, you have to maintain control of the ball, and you have to drive. You have to drive. You have to attack the rim, because that's where you're going to get your fouls, and you're going to see that even out a little bit. With the Wizards' length, I mean, they're going to be more prone to trying to block shots, and that if you play it right, you're going to get more foul called that way. So just trying to attack the rim and hold on to the ball.
Most of the rest of the games in the NBA right now, every single game is within like 4 or 5 points on everything else. The Pelicans are actually beating up on Brooklyn right now, 39-24. Other than that, pretty much every other game is within just a couple scores. So everything else is pretty close. Just looking at who's been playing right here. I mean, you see Aaron Nesmith have 10 minutes on the floor, not a single point. O'Shea Brissett, not a single point. You just see Brissett. I mean, he's played 8 minutes and there's been nothing for him to show for us. Over 3, doesn't have a single statistic. And when you're talking about Nesmith, I mean, ironically enough, Nesmith is +7 when it comes to him being on the court, but he's over 3. And, he's got 4 rebounds. But other than that, and then of course you saw Goga in there as well for 4 minutes, and he had those 2 fouls really quickly, had 2 turnovers. So you really got to start seeing more from these Indiana Pacer role players if we want to see this game get back to what we want to be.
Yeah, and I think, Nesmith has brought you some great production as far as rebounding goes. But yeah, you'd like to see him find his shot a little bit more. I know they've kind of been looking at him, but when you're 0 for 3, it's hard for your teammates to trust you enough to say, go find your shot, especially when you're not winning. So that's going to be something to watch. Brissett is going to have to step up. Like I mentioned before the game, you kind of saw his play dip up and down during the preseason games. So sometimes he was the last guy on the bench. Sometimes he was, like one of the first 3 guys off the bench. So just trying to solidify his role with this team is going to be big, and not off to a great start there. I did mention, but Goga seemed like the best center we had on the court as far as fluidity and supporting the team went. But yeah, he's got those 3 fouls, so it's going to be a little bit before he gets back on the court, just with how thin we are at that position. But yeah, I mean, the Pacers are performing about as I'd expect. I'd like to see more TJ McConnell. I'd like to see them get him back out on the court. He was bringing so much energy and defense, and I think they started to get a little better with him back out on the court.
How long are typically half times for basketball games? I forget this stuff already.
I think it's about 20-ish minutes.
Okay. I forgot that Rudy Gobert is on the Timberwolves now.
Yeah, that was a big move. Utah was kind of like leaning full into the rebuild and shipped everybody out. Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see how Gobert and Cat go well together, see how they can play. I think it's going to let Towns be able to play a little bit outside the arc more so than he has before. But with those two bigs, I mean, it's going to be tough for teams to match up with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you look at the Wizards team too, and almost everybody that has played has scored. Looks like Hachimura has been the only one played 13 minutes and hasn't scored a point. But they're spreading the ball out and people are finding their shots there. Like I talked about, Will Barton, a new addition, finding his shot. Monte Morris, a new addition, getting his shot. So that things are coming together a little quicker for the Wizards than they are the Pacers.
Not surprised with Beal, Kuzma, and Porzingis getting their points, but I mean, really, the spread of, it didn't start out really good for the Pacers, but I think their spread of their points started getting better in the second. But the Wizards don't have a great spread of points either. Almost every one of their guys has 2 or 4 points. But, when you look at Monte Morris, who was the starter, he's got 2 points and 13 minutes of play. So, if you can just make sure to contain Beal and Porzingis the way that you're doing it, I think right now it still gives you a really decent shot of winning this game as long as your offense is a little more efficient to start the second half.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Porzingis is going to be hard to stop just because of his size, but I think Kuzma you can definitely limit. Beal you can definitely limit. And then also you're going to force somebody else on the Wizards to step up, which even though they have points, it's going to be hard to find someone that's going to step up and fill that void. So, yeah, that definitely 2 guys to hone in on. Porzingis is just, with his size, it's so difficult, especially without having Miles.
Yep.
Did get to see that one dunk from Isaiah Jackson and then one from Aaron Nesmith that didn't count. I'd like to see Ben throw it down one time, really get the crowd going. But
yeah, right.
That's one thing. Like with 10 seconds left in the first half, I was like, if the crowd's sitting down, it was starting to get build up there a little bit. So you'd like to see the crowd get into it a little bit more.
Yeah, when you're looking at the Wizards right now, Wizards stat wise, there's only 2 guys that are shooting better than 50% from the field right now. That's Will Barton and Bradley Beal. When you look at the Pacers, they got 3 guys that are shooting over 50% right now. You need to just continue to feed those guys and get them involved.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, I know that Jalen Smith started out really slow, but you definitely don't want to run away from him because, if you start running away from Jalen Smith, then he starts losing more confidence than what he's already lost.
Yep. Yeah, and I think we saw him flourish last year in a reserve role and where he was just like an ancillary part to the offense. He wasn't the focus, he was just an addition. And I think without Turner, then you have to force him into that spot on defense. And I just don't think he's comfortable with it yet. So I think that was in his head. And then that's going to affect you on the offensive end, and especially missing the open layups and airballing the threes. It's tough to come back from, but like I said, then he just needs to focus. And if he can just start at the rim and, back Porzingis down a little bit, try to get some layups going there, then I think the rest of it will come together.
I agree. We are just currently waiting, guys, for them to get back on for the third quarter, and they're just about to start back up.
Huh. So a little more insight into Miles Turner's injury. Looked like he fell on or stepped on a ball boy's foot, and that's how he twisted his ankle.
Oh, good. Halliburton driving, dishes it back out. Oh, and good play. Oh, yes. And what a slam there by Smith there. Yep. There you go. Finally got him involved using that athleticism. Pacers strike first, 60-54, just starting the third quarter.
Yeah, he needed that one.
Beal all by himself. Oh, man. Good movement. Oh, a nice shot there. Made by number 22, Monte Morris. Speak of the devil.
I was going to say, what about 2 points?
What about 2 points? Yeah, he heard me. He heard me in the analysis. Like, I could score more than 2. Duarte single all by himself out here. Smith gets the block ball. Duarte, sips it out to Smith, but that is going to be off of the Wizards. Yeah, 1.3 seconds, though, on the shot clock. They got to get this shot off quick.
Duarte trying to go up against Beal one-on-one. He's been in the league far too long for that to go against him.
Hield with the corner 3. Oh, and it's off, and it did hit the rim, they're saying. Kuzma on the fast break gets stopped by Duarte, but drives to the lane, doesn't get it. No foul on the play either. 63-54 right now. Halliburton, with a drive and slam over Morris. Let's go. And the Pacers bench loving that one. Woo!
Yeah, that was great. Monte Morris just stepped out of his way because he thought Beal was going to come up and cover him, and Beal went out with Duarte and left the lane wide open.
Beal up top. Porzingis now with the ball. Trying to get Morris involved. They switch off. Right now, Porzingis has got the lead. Kuzma with the 3, and Kuzma nails it. 10-point lead for the Wizards now. And Kuzma with the block on Halliburton there.
Oh, yeah. Halliburton just looked Monte off on that play. That was great. And a quick note about the bench. The NBA is trying to enforce new rules against like bench players trying to get into the game and interacting with players on the court. So I'm glad they're excited. You just got to contain it a little bit.
Yep. 2 points from the Pacers, 66-58. And then Beal drives to the lane, gets another easy bucket. Pacers attacking.
Oh, great find.
Oh, and there's the foul committed. Looks like that's going to go on potentially number 16, Anthony Gill. That was Terry Taylor on the shot. Terry Taylor with 2 free throws coming up. Both these teams coming out of the second half firing.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor. Pacers 7 for 7 on free throws now. So good to see them hitting and connecting on their free throws. Taylor misses the last one. So now 7 of 8. 68-59. Still a single-digit lead for the Washington Wizards. Oh, good switch off there by the Pacers. Porzingis all by himself. Lets it go. Doesn't get it. Halliburton going to be one-on-one with the point guard, Morris. Oh, and he just decided to take it away. Didn't want to take the chance of Porzingis coming up behind him and blocking it. Gets it to Smith. Gets it on the cut. Duarte. And there is a foul. It's going to be a foul on Kuzma. Duarte and them connected on the drive. Duarte is going to get 2 free throws.
Yeah,
like already, Jacob. They're attacking the basket and they're getting to the free throw line, similar to how Washington did it early in the first quarter.
Yeah, exactly. And this is what we talked about. This is where it all starts. If your offense is a little slow to get going, I mean, what always works? Attack the rim. And with their, I mean, almost perfect free throw shooting, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and that paid off there with Duarte.
Free throws. 68-61 Pacers. Denny is out. Yes. I didn't hear anything about a serious injury. Might have just tweaked his ankle, but obviously it was bad enough that they wanted to go check and make sure. So want to make sure there's no severe damage. So we don't know. 70-61. There was the make. Halliburton with another freaking dunk, man. Nice dunk. Halliburton attacking the rim in this half, and he has made everything in his way so far. That's 19. 70-63. Kuzma with another 3 at the top of the wing, and he misses. Pacers trying to get some kind of move here. Pacers have been getting to the rim here in the second half so far. Halliburton. Oh, and he gets Smith. Oh, and there's a foul right to the face of Smith. That was Gill on the foul. That's his second foul in the third quarter already.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see if they look at this one.
Yeah, because you're right. The contact to the face, right?
Because Gill came in and just arm down right at Jalen Smith.
Yeah.
So
I think he probably won't get anything, though, because I think the arms were protecting his face anyway. So
yeah,
I think they'll just get him for the common foul here. Yeah, you're right. He did go high, but I don't think he went like he hacked. I mean, I think there's a difference. Yeah. But Smith makes the first free throw. 10 of 11 on free throws today. You got to be very happy with that. You got to be very happy with that. Smith with his next one, and he misses. 10 of 12. Oh, and they're going to say it was a lane violation on Porzingis. He definitely jumped way before Smith ever actually got the ball off. So he gets a chance to redo the free throw. Smith makes it. There you go. 11 of 12. Smith already with 4 points in the second half already. Great to see him getting involved. 70-65. 8 minutes left in the third. Trying to get it to Porzingis down low. He's posting up. Smith all by himself. Porzingis gets the hook. Good shot there by Porzingis. Duarte by himself. Duarte. Oh, and what a block by Porzingis. Great defense there. Wizards pushing. It's going to be a foul. Looks like to be a foul on. Couldn't tell who that was that fouled him there.
I think it might have been Hield. That's when you kind of have to take there.
That is Hield's. See this.
Say probably his first. I don't know if he's gotten one yet.
I don't think he's had many fouls in this game.
Yeah, it looks like that's his first.
Personal fouls. Yep, that'd be his first one of the game. Halliburton now with 21 on the day. Halliburton really doing a fantastic job for the Pacers right now, keeping it close. Another free throw made, so it's a 9-point lead still for the Wizards. 7.5 minutes left in the third. Pacers still trying to cut into this deficit. Oh, Halliburton. Oh, and the ball just rolls out of the rim. What a move by Halliburton. It just didn't work.
Yeah, he's beating Monte Morris on almost every possession he gets matched up with him.
Yep. Bradley Beal trying to get some screen work with Kristaps Porzingis. Just throws it. Oh, and it bounces off the rim. Tried to throw it to the other side of the court. Buddy Hield with the 3, and he nails it. Buddy Hield, another 3. He's 4 of 8 now. 50% shooting tonight. Buddy Hield has been huge. 12 points off of 3-pointers today, and that cuts the lead down to 6. So there you go. Pacers still hanging in strong.
Yeah, I mean, they're feeling it. Tyrese was getting him going. Buddy Hield hits that three. I mean, Jalen Smith starting to get his footing. I mean, this is what we should have came out like in the first quarter. So glad to see they're making the adjustments.
I love it. Yeah, their offense has looked very, very good in this second half. They're driving.
Mm-hmm.
They're being aggressive and using that speed from Halliburton and from Hield. And really, it was Halliburton that's been setting this all up. He's been using that speed and that athleticism to drive to the basket. And great job by Jalen Smith as well to get 4 points in that quarter as well. And then Buddy Hield with that three. They're making it feel right now. Chiefs are a strong contender to land OBJ. No, they ain't. They better not. They better not. I swear to God, if they land OBJ, bro, I will hate myself.
That would be interesting. It's like we just have like an assortment of receivers. Nobody's really great. Nobody's really bad. But
you know, when you get Patrick Mahomes, you don't need to be.
Yeah,
you don't need to be great. You know.
Yep. You know what you're not seeing is OBJ to the Colts.
I know, right? Bro, that was one of the biggest videos that we ever did was that when I posted the video of, you know, there were because when OBJ tweeted that Matt Ryan to the Colts is a pretty dope thing. And, you know, people were, I heard Shad and them talking about that. And I was like, oh my gosh, we got to get this out. And I did. And it's like one of the biggest videos we ever did. People were eating that video up.
Yeah, that's my favorite time of year, when it's just like speculation about like all these different moves and everything. And then when they finally come to fruition and seeing that. But yeah, it's been an interesting ride thus far.
All right. 74-68, 6.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Pacers trying to keep a hold of this lead. Porzingis with the slam on the pick and roll. Just nothing you can do there, Jacob. That's just too long.
Yeah. I mean, Bradley Beal got the switch he wanted, got matched up on Jalen Smith, which means Chris Duarte had to guard Porzingis, and that's never going to happen.
Halliburton. Oh, man, I would have loved if Halliburton kept going on that. Smith. Oh, and gets blocked from behind.
Oh, no foul. Three guys on him.
Surprised by that. Travel. Thought I saw travel there, but
hey, it's opening day for the rest too.
I guess. Beal with the three, and he nails it. 11-point lead now for the Wizards. And just like that, went from a 6-point lead to an 11-point lead. Just a matter of a minute. Halliburton. Oh, Halliburton put Kuzma in a blender. Hield with the three, and that's an air ball. Or are they? Yeah, they're not calling a foul on that.
That was kind of an awkward shot. I'm not sure what he was trying to do there.
Mathurin coming back in, replacing Duarte. Morris coming up the court. Double screen action at the top of the key. Morris from the free throw line doesn't get it. It's a miss. Wonder how much of this second half Halliburton actually plays, because he's been huge so far. Mathurin with the three, misses, and Porzingis with the rebound. Gonna pass it down to Kuzma all by himself. Oh, and they get the center. Oh, when he misses, it bounces off, and he gets it to roll in, and a timeout is called by the Pacers.
Yeah, that's tough.
Hachimura with the bucket there. Washington now with a 13-point lead. That's crazy, Jacob. Just 2 minutes ago, we were talking about this team coming right back into it, and then the Wizards just go on a 7-0 run.
Yeah, as soon as they came out of that timeout and ran the pick and roll and Porzingis dunk, it was kind of signaled they were changing things up, and Pacers just couldn't match. But, the more I'm seeing Mathurin get on the court, I think the Pacer, if I'm a Pacer player, the one who should be the most worried is Chris Duarte, because he has not played well thus far when Mathurin has. So if you're going to swap anybody out for Mathurin, Chris Duarte may be the guy. We thought it was going to be Buddy Hield, but might be Duarte instead. Yeah, because it looks like now Duarte's played 17 minutes. He's got 2 free throws, a rebound, a steal, and that's it. So yeah, I think you could see Mathurin pretty easily replacing him. I think your only worry there is just defense and experience. But if Mathurin can prove he can play defense against some of these wings, I think he'd be fine.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is really going to come down to this is really going to show whether or not the Pacers have some grit here on the rest of this game. Being down as much as you are right now, to have the chance to come back. Hopefully they don't lose that potency and they come back and try and make this a game.
Yeah, it looks like momentum has shifted pretty quickly in this game thus far. So all you got to do is get some shots falling and don't look away from what's working. Hield is working, Halliburton's working, Mathurin was working. See if you can get him going again, and then just roll with those 3.
Halliburton comes up. Halliburton passes it off. That's Terry. Terry with the 3. Great response there. Now back to within 10.
Yeah, and Terry's not a guy that normally shoots 3, so good to see he's stepping out a little bit there.
Beal with the step back. Beal just misses. Whew. Definitely a shot that Beal will make more times than not. With the drive, and
that's
again. And it's now within single digits.
Yeah, he protected the ball and then went up on the other side.
Almost got the steal. Kuzma on the edge. Kuzma. And there's no foul called. And the Pacers on a fast break. He's going to dish it out. Hield with the 3. Misses. Pacers get the rebound. That's Halliburton. He's going to pass it back. Terry again. Terry misses. Back-to-back 3-pointers missed. Dang it. That would have blown that game up quick.
Yeah, you hit one of those and you're feeling it. The Wizards probably call another timeout. But now they got the rebound, got to resettle.
Pass inside to Kuzma again. Kuzma passes it out to Porzingis. Porzingis with a line drive 3. Doesn't get it. And a drive, and that doesn't get in. Oh, and there's a foul. And Halliburton on there on the long Porzingis. Tried to steal it away under the key. Darn.
Yeah, not a bad idea there, but also a foul you really don't want to take. Like, that's one where you just didn't have to do it. which that's part of being a rookie. You'll figure that out, but
Right. Right at the top of the key, Kuzma driving in, and he gets the turnaround. That's 2, so now it's still a 10-point lead. Halliburton at the top, passes it back. Shot, and it's another missed 3.
oh,
The ball almost got tipped back into the basket by the Wizards players.
yeah, they about put it in for us.
And he put the no, that's not a block. That's a charge. He freaking put his shoulder down.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Look at him drop his shoulder here. Like, look at that. He's freaking putting his shoulder down. That's not a charge.
While I don't,
that's a charge.
yeah, while I don't think Nesmith got there like before, he surely didn't get there late or was moving when he got hit. So that one was a little questionable.
Kuzma and Beal both with 18 points. Halliburton is the leading scorer in this game with 21. McConnell now in.
Oh, that's a screen. That's a
Yeah,
little screen.
They were wanting a foul, but they're like, what foul? So, and there's a foul there. I think it's a travel, actually. No, it's travel. I thought they were going to get a foul on the guy on the inside for hacking at Gafford, but
yeah. Goga brought his hand in.
One coming in there.
Yeah, Goga right there brought his hand in and pulled back real quick.
Yeah, right. I thought it was going to be a late one.
Yeah.
Okay, thank God.
But I think it's because Gafford went up with it and then Goga didn't touch it and he came back down. I think that's why they got the travel. Yeah, Goga back out there with 3 fouls. I mean, wait, what? I thought it was a travel.
Wait, what? Are they saying it was a foul after all?
That would be interesting.
It had to have been, right? There's no reason why they wouldn't have got the ball back. 5 seconds left. And that's recovered by the Pacers. Oh, and he lost the basketball. Halliburton. Oh, and he stepped out. No. Why is it Wizards ball? Whoa. Why is that Wizards ball? Okay, now he's saying Pacers ball.
Okay. I am so confused.
Like, first day of NBA real basketball, and these refs, man, don't know what the heck is going on.
Right there, he's out of bounds.
Yeah, like, why is he saying, why in any way was he saying Wizards ball there first?
I'm not even sure how it was the Wizards ball to begin with. If it was a travel, it should have been the Pacers ball. Oh, well, it all washes out. We're fine.
The Golden State Warriors is in here. That's funny. Oh my gosh, what was that?
Ooh.
Okay. Mathurin changed his mind mid-shot that he was going to try to pass it away and threw it out of bounds. That is a rookie mistake that he'll need to fix.
Trying to do too much. At this level, you just live with it. You're either going to miss the shot. Yeah.
Or
I would rather live with
pass it beforehand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get that stuff out, I mean, Bradley Beal ISO right now. Oh my gosh, he's so smooth with it. Oh my gosh, Bradley Beal. Quit doing it to him. He's
a tough matchup. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who you are. You're not getting a chance on him. McConnell to the basket. Ooh. McConnell gets the lane. Great
find.
Great disguise. Great pass there. McConnell gets a point. Pacers keeping it within 10. Minute left in the third quarter.
Ooh.
Oh, and Gafford just bullied his way into the paint with the easy dunk.
Goga just took 3 steps back after one hit.
Yeah. 1 minute left in the third quarter. Wizards with a 12-point lead right now. Drive. Oh, and what a block there by Gafford. Gafford taking over these last few possessions. And that is a turnover by the Wizards. Barton lost the ball there.
Yeah,
Morris.
Not too thrilled with the unit that's on the floor for the Pacers. This unit's going to struggle with offense. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Your top 3 scorers are not in right now. So, who's going to step up and be that leading scorer? We don't know right now.
Well, it should be Mathurin, but
Mathurin is
the opponent. Yeah, but the opponent knows that. So, they're just zoning in on him, forcing somebody else to do something.
Oh, there's a foul. Yep. Foul there before the shot. Hard to tell if that was Gafford or if that was on Barton or not. Hard to tell. Or is actually going to be on Wright.
Yeah.
Thank you for everybody for tuning in. Almar's, it's an 87-75 lead for Washington right now. Last few seconds of the third quarter. McConnell gets the lane again. Another layup for TJ McConnell. Last shot here for the Wizards before the third quarter is over. 87-77.
Yeah, they got the matchup they wanted.
Barton by himself takes the mid-range shot and he misses. Good defense there by the Pacers. And it's still a 10-point lead for the Wizards coming into the fourth quarter. 87-77.
Yeah, I think if you're the Pacers, you're comfortable here. 10 points behind with your starting unit getting some rest. I think you can live with this.
Leading scores for the Pacers. Still got 21 from Halliburton, 14 from Mathurin, and 16 from Buddy Hield. Leading scores for the Wizards, 20 from Bradley Beal, 15 from Porzingis, and 18 from Kuzma.
So, got a random story here. Watching the Pacers, I don't know, dancers, whatever they are, doing this dunk competition. The one game I went to, we were in that section right above there, and Robert Mathis was at the game, and he was sitting right in the front row underneath that basket. And they were doing this dunk thing, and one guy dunked it and missed the mat coming down and broke his nose or something and just had blood all over the place. Robert Mathis, the first guy down there, helps him up and gets the security and walks him back into the tunnel. But I was it just cracked me up. I was look at Robert, just being a helping hand.
That's funny. This guy's put up a mirror so we can inadvertently see. Hey, Lance, if you want to watch this game live, then use the playback link. It's in the description of the live stream or in the top of the comments section. If you click on that link and put in TV provider info, you should be able to watch the game live with us. But yeah, anytime I see somebody say something like that, I always think back to there was this streamer that was streaming a UFC fight, and he was pretending that he was playing it by having a controller on, and he was using it, and it worked for the first 40 minutes of the fight.
That's
he was pretending to do it, and nobody at Twitch caught on, and then they finally did, and they suspended his channel. I'm God dang it.
That's hilarious.
Have some fun.
I mean, at the rate that video game graphics are nowadays,
yeah,
especially the sport video games, it would be hard to tell at first glance.
And especially because I could honestly imagine that a bunch of people at Twitch have no idea what a UFC fight is. So, yeah.
Yeah.
We can maybe get away with that. Beal drives in. Gafford, again, another easy slam. Man, the impact of Miles Turner not being in this game really hurting them now.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Ooh, Isaiah Jackson. That's going to be a charge.
Oh,
Jackson put all that weight into it there.
I think there's a little bit of acting there on Wright's part. Brissett leaned into him a little bit, but I don't think he did that much damage.
McConnell with the reach in on Wright. That's another foul. Thank you to everybody watching. I think we've actually had a pretty decent turnout for this kind of event. Honestly, it was a little better than what I thought it would be to start. So, Beal at the top of the key. And Beal loses the ball, and it's going to be Pacer ball.
Good work. Good work. Got to see some defense.
He's thinking it went off one of the Pacers players, but that official had no idea because he was on the other side. And it's off of a Wizards player. That's off Gafford. Beal just keeps preaching at that ref. And the center with the mid-range shot doesn't get it, and the Wizards end up getting the ball back. They didn't even attempt to block him. They're just like, all right, take that 15-footer.
Yeah, if he makes it, great.
Barton.
Odds are he's not going to.
Yeah, right. Barton with another shot made, and that is now 91-77, the largest lead for the Wizards since the middle of the second quarter. Still got over 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter, but something's going to have to definitely change for this Pacers team if they want to get back into this.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, you're trying to give your starters some rest, but this unit just isn't getting it done. Like it's hard to find some offense with these guys. And if Mathurin's your guy, somebody else has got to step up to draw some coverage away from him. And that's just not happening. I mean, let's see, 3 of the 5 guys on the court haven't hit a shot. Brissett is 0 for 3, Nesmith is 0 for 5, and Batazde is 0 for 1. So there's no threat.
Yeah, exactly. So one guy says, I need Porzingis to make one more 3 to win $200. And then this guy's like, need Beal to get 24 to win $60. Well, Beal's already got 20, so he just needs 4 more.
Yeah, I think Beal getting 4 more points much more likely than Porzingis hitting another 3, but who knows? I'd like to see him get Jalen Smith back out on the court. I think you're trying to rest him up for this final stretch, but he was getting some momentum and he needed it coming out of the second half. I don't want him to get too cold on the bench when you need him down the stretch.
I agree. All right. If the Pacers want to get back into this game, now's a good chance to do so. 10 minutes, 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Benedict Mathurin calling out LeBron back in.
Yeah. First move as a Pacer, call out LeBron James. So I was like, all right, this guy's got some fire to him.
Yep, he's definitely got the smack for sure.
Yeah.
Chaos, yeah, we'll do more Pacers games in the future. We absolutely will. It's going to be a long, painful season. It might be, but, we're here for it.
Lots of growing pains. It'll have its exciting moments, but lots of growing pains.
It'll have it. I mean, I see some goodness coming out of out of this group. I mean, you just got to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, not having Miles Turner on your opening day is also not helping this team at all.
Yeah, no, especially this team.
McConnell dishes it out. And the three, that's a make. Who was that? Was that Jackson there?
That's Brissett.
Brissett.
Yep, O'Shea Brissett.
Brissett with his first make of the whole game right there.
It's about time.
91-80. McConnell trying to get that steal. And he played it off. And they are going to get him for the foul.
Ooh.
McConnell definitely sold that one, but he made Wright bump into him and he fell over.
Yeah, he knows. He knows it too.
Sold that one. He's cheesing. He was cheesing when he got back up. Like, yeah, dude.
I love TJ.
That is hilarious. TJ driving in, passes it back out. Brissett again. McConnell driving again. Dishing it back out. McConnell all by himself. McConnell, fadeaway jumper, and it's off. Oh, and Beal pushes down. Looked to be Mathurin there, but and there's another shot there. That is a. Are they saying that's a 2-pointer?
Oh, I think Carlisle got a tech. He was right in that official's ear coming down the sideline.
Huh. There's another 3. Oh, yeah, because he's yelling that Beal didn't get that foul there. Yep, and there was a tech on Carlisle. You're right.
He's still confused.
Oh, he slapped his hands right in his face, and that's why he's doing it. Okay.
Yeah, that'll get you.
Okay.
That's all right. Like in basketball, sometimes the coach getting a tech just fuels the bench, and everybody gets excited and wants to go out there and try a little bit harder because they know the
manager does that in baseball.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of the same effect. So we'll see what it does here.
95-80 Wizards lead right now. Jackson fouled. Who are they going to call it on? I think they're going to call it on 16, if I'm not mistaken. That's Anthony Gill.
Yeah, I was going to say, take your pick there.
Jackson with the free throws incoming. And there's a missed free throw. The one time we do not want you missing those.
Yeah, been so good thus far.
I had a bunch of Wizards fans in here too, which is pretty funny. This one guy's like, I can't have Beal score anymore. I'm assuming that's probably because of his either for fantasy or it's a money line thing.
Yeah.
So Jackson makes the one free throw there. 1 of 2 for him. 95-81. Still 14-point lead. Oh, McConnell took the charge.
Oh.
Block on McConnell. Tried to set that up, but they're calling it a block on McConnell.
Yeah, this is a pretty interesting lineup on the court. You got Halliburton, Hield, Duarte, Jackson, and McConnell. So really, Jackson, your true center. Everybody else is a guard.
Yeah.
Which doesn't really bode well for the Wizards' length, but
hoping to just get more speed. What a shot. That was the make by number 8. That is Hachimura. It was a 2. Hield with the ball. He's got the mismatch on the center, and he loses the ball. Great strip there by the Wizards. Oh, and he gets slammed on by Gafford. Whew. Starting to look like the Wizards are starting to pull away with this one here, Jacob.
Yeah. I like Gafford so much. Ever since he's been on the Wizards and kind of really showing out. In 2K, I try to get him on my team as quickly as I can. I think he's an incredible player, and he would have had the starting center role had Kristaps not been brought in, but I can understand that move. But just such a great player. Yeah, it looks like right now Pacers are getting outscored in the fourth quarter 12-4. So got to really turn things around if you want to come back. Otherwise, Wizards are just going to keep running this up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if you're the Wizards, you should be happy with this lineup in right now because Beal's not in, Kristaps is not in, Kuzma's not in, and you're still getting production on offense with Barton and Hachimura. So, and Gafford's just commanding the paint.
Yep. Yeah, if the Pacers are going to show anything that what they got right now, they got to show it right here.
Yeah, and this is,
if you don't win this game, give these fans an idea of what they can expect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this is why I'm a little interested in the lineup. Obviously, you have Halliburton and Hield out there for shooting and scoring. Duarte is the question mark for me. Not quite sure why he's on the court right now, unless they're hoping he can kind of find his rhythm. But I would rather see Jalen Smith out there. I'm fine with McConnell out there with those two, but I'd see Mathurin in there as well. If you really wanted to try to come back, I guess.
Yep. Beautiful shot of downtown Indianapolis. Can't wait to move there one day. That is on the future plans at some point.
Nice.
Hopefully Cody and I keep the podcast growing in popularity, and I feel like I'll have to move to the Indy area at some point.
Yeah. What's nice about downtown, everything's super close. So you're never too far from anything.
That's why it's such a great sports town and sport event town, because you're right. Everything within the city is usually within 5-10 minutes of a walk.
Mm-hmm.
So. All right, 99-81 Wizards. See if the Pacers have an opportunity to do something here. Halliburton passes it, and Smith does get it down. Smith's third basket of the half, 99-83.
They listened to me a little bit. Subbed out TJ McConnell for Chris Duarte, but I'll take it.
That's too easy. Oh, and they miss. And Gafford again. 101-83. Halliburton trying to create some room. Duarte with the three and nails.
There we go.
Duarte with a three.
Finally.
That's his 8th point of the game. Oh, and off the hands of Barton. Could this be what they needed right here?
Yeah, this is what you have to make this shot on this trip.
Yep. Halliburton. Oh, makes one guy miss. Passes it back to Smith. Smith with a three. Smith nails it. This 4th basket of the half. Smith's showing some emotion. It's within 12 now. Pacers need to be careful if you're the Washington Wizards here. You let this go out of control anymore, and something could go crazy. And there's a three coming from the Wizards, and it's an air ball. Smith with the rebound. Pacers, something interesting could happen here, Jacob. Halliburton trying. Oh, and he passes it back to Smith. Smith again, and it's bricked. Ugh.
Heat check.
Yeah, yeah, that's a heat check and a half right there. Got very into that one. Oh, Barton with the play. Oh, and Gafford gets the rebound. Oh, and he makes a miss. Misses again. Oh, and it's out of bounds. It's going to be, I think, Pacers ball, but Duarte's down, holding his face. Probably got elbowed somewhere, I think. Holding his mouth. Don't think he's bleeding, but I think he got elbowed in the mouth somewhere. Where is it? Oh, yeah, the hand came back down. Oh, okay. Barton's hand came back down after the shot, and unfortunately, Duarte's face was in the way. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Nothing you can do about that.
Yeah.
What a great defensive stint right there.
The court now, so that's definitely not a great sign. Duarte just hit a freaking shot, and I think they're saying that there is some blood on the floor. I think they're going to get that cleaned up.
But guess what? We got the lineup I just talked about, because now TJ McConnell is going to come in for Chris Duarte. So, no, Brian, they changed it.
No, it looks like Nesmith's coming in.
McConnell was at the table.
Yeah, he was. Yep. There was definitely some blood on the floor, I guess. He must have had a bloody nose from that hit.
I think it's interesting they're going with Nesmith instead of McConnell. I don't know if it's just a match for size or...
It might be. Maybe it might also just be due to speed.
Yeah.
How much quicker Nesmith is, but size and speed, you really need that in this scenario here. Both teams with their ones out now. Halliburton with a step back, and he misses, but it is a rebound by the Pacers, and there's a foul. It's on Kuzma. That is Kuzma's third foul. That's really unfortunate for Duarte.
Yeah.
Always hate those. Now, I've never gotten a bloody nose from getting slapped in the face by somebody on a basketball court, but I did have a tooth almost get knocked out before.
Ooh.
As Mathurin ends up missing the first free throw. Yeah, I almost had a tooth get completely knocked out in 6th grade once, so that was fun. Mathurin misses the second one. Wow, it's the first time today we've seen the Pacers miss both free throws, and at the worst time possible, could have brought the lead back within 10. But now, Wizards still with the 12-point lead, 101-89, just over 6 minutes left, and there's a foul coming in from, that's, I think, Nesmith, who was on Porzingis. And yeah, Porzingis absolutely flopped. And yeah, they're giving him that. There was little to any contact there with Nesmith and Porzingis. And the three is off. If that's not over the back, I don't know what is. But Pacers get the rebound.
Yeah.
Trying to get it into Smith. And a foul and one. Smith gets the bucket and the and one. Tell you what, Jacob, his first half was abysmal, but this second half, he's playing really hard right now.
Yeah, and he was hard on himself in that first half, especially the first quarter after he kept missing. I was almost getting ready to say that was a really quick shot, but he did it intentionally because it caught the defender off guard, goes up, makes the shot, and then gets the foul.
If Smith nails this, the league can come back within single digits, and he does nail it. Smith's been good from the free throw line today. Great to see from your center. And it's now 101-92. The Pacers have brought it back into single digits for the first time since the beginning of this quarter. Beal at the top of the key with Kuzma. Switching off. The Pacers are switching off here. They don't want to take any chance of one of these guys getting away and getting behind them. Doubling Porzingis. Beal with the three. He misses. And Kuzma gets the rebound and brings it in for the two. Halliburton trying to push the pace. Halliburton still the leading scorer for the Pacers with 21, but hasn't scored since the early third. And there's going to say it's a charge, or no, are they calling that an AM1? Yeah, they're calling it an AM1. Halliburton gets the block, and the AM1 counts. I thought they were going to get him for a charge here.
I didn't really know what. Oh, well, seeing it that way.
He led with that shoulder. I thought he was going to get called for the charge.
I think they're going to look at it because I was like, well, what's Wright's argument? And then you see Halliburton kind of dip his shoulder there right before he goes up.
Yeah, he's initiating that contact. Well, if that bucket stands, Halliburton has a chance to knock the lead down to 8 with the free throw. If they're going to go to the replay and check this out, 4 players for the Pacers in double digits today. Hield with 16. Jalen Smith now with 14. Compared to his 2 points that he had in the first half, he's gotten 12 in this half here. And Benedict Mathurin with 14 as well. Hield with 16 and Halliburton with 23, unless this basket gets overturned.
Yeah, I'd like to see this slow down a little bit. Because it depends on your angle, I think.
Trying to call it for wonder if they're maybe checking to see if, well, yeah, they are challenging him. I'm wondering if they also are going to get him for a flop.
I mean, the last angle we saw looked like a flop.
During this continuous motion, we'll shoot 1. The game clock will remain at 5:20. We'll continue from there.
What was it?
Yeah, so I think they called it blocking foul. So
okay, so it is a blocking foul. Okay, sweet. So Halliburton does get the basket, brings it to within 9. It's 103-94, and now Halliburton has a chance to make it drop the lead down to 8, which would be the lowest lead that they've had since the second quarter.
Yep, and it looks like Duarte is back for the locker room.
Okay, good. Yeah. Yep. Duarte, I would imagine, is probably going to get back out on the court here in a minute or so if they can help it. Halliburton with the chance, and he makes the free throw. Good. Yeah, you could definitely see that left eye very irritated from where he got snipped with the hand.
You can see it's almost like that whole side because even his lip was a little swollen.
Yep. 103-95. Kuzma at the top of the key all by himself. They're trying to get it into Porzingis. Hield playing very solid defense right now. Doubling him. Hield all by himself now. Kuzma with the 3, and it's off. Hield with a rebound.
See, that was a really good play because you had a mismatch on both ends, but yet you limited them to a deep 3.
Hield driving. Kuzma with the big block. Washington going fast pace, and they're going to foul on Nesmith again.
He was trying to get out of the way.
Yeah. That was just not a good shot by Buddy Hield there. Tried to force it.
Ooh, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I know there was contact, but come on. That was kind of a...
Nesmith had his right hand behind him, his left hand up. Brought the right hand up later, but I don't know.
Beal making his shot. Lead is now back up to 9. Still a chance here, Jacob. If the Pacers can get a couple shots going their way here, they got a chance to come back into this. Beal makes his second free throw. Lead is still 10, 105-95, 4.5 minutes left. But the Pacers are going to have to go on a run starting now. Halliburton drives, looking. Halliburton with the 2, and he nails it. That's 25 for the young stud. Can the Pacers solidify on defense here? Mano-a-mano at this point. And there's a foul on Porzingis.
Yep.
Had a hip check on there. That's a good foul call. And both teams are in the bonus now. Pacers are going to get the ball back. Halliburton brings it up. 105-97, 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Still a chance for the Pacers if they can get something going. They're going to have to make their shots. Dips it down to Smith. Smith gets fouled, brought down by Beal. Smith tried to get the dunk. He just couldn't do it. But Smith's been a good free throw shooter so far today. Hopefully he keeps that up. Great job by Halliburton on the pick and roll. Wish Smith would have just dumped it in there with both of those hands, man. He had it. I just wish he wouldn't have went one hand. Wish he would have just went 2 and just dropped it in.
Yep.
He did. He would have had the and one. Smith misses the first free throw.
Yeah, and he's still young. He's figuring that out. Like,
Oh, yeah.
It's something he'll pick up. But what I've liked about Tyrese Halliburton, he did this a little bit last season as well. His no-look passing and how creative he can get. Like, he looked off Porzingis and dished it down to Smith.
Yep. Missed both free throws. So that's twice now this quarter that we've seen a Pacers player miss free throws twice. And that sucks. That's really a bad thing right now. 4 missed points taken off the board in this quarter just off that. Just imagine where those 4 points could really be in handy right now. And Wright with the 3, and Wright nails it. 7-point swing just right there. So now it's 108-97. Halliburton trying to go in by himself. Halliburton misses, and Porzingis gets the rebound. Wizards going to take their time now. Going to run this shot clock as far down as they possibly can. And another foul on Porzingis. Smith definitely sold it, but Porzingis was checking him with his arms, and that's another foul on Porzingis.
Yeah, he got an elbow. Okay. I don't think it was intentional. He definitely sold it, but
yeah, he definitely sold it. Oh, 100%. Thank you to the 100 people watching. Thank you to everybody watching right now. Greatly appreciate it.
Oh, back to him.
Hield, pass it to Smith. Smith nails it with the left hand. That is 16 points for Smith in this second half. Fantastic rebound from the first half. What is he doing right now?
Yeah, and that's what you wanted to see. Like, with Turner out, somebody had to step up and finally got it going.
Lead down to 9, 2.5 minutes. Kuzma with the back step 3, and it's off. And it's off of the Pacers. Oh, no, they're going to say it is Pacers ball. They're going to say it was off of Wright. Wow, I'm surprised by that, but Pacers 2.5 minutes, down by 9. If they can get a couple of shots here. Smith with the 3, off. Trying to get his buddy Hield, and Kuzma gets the rebound. That might have been it right there.
Yeah, if you're Jalen Smith, you have to understand the situation. That just was not the right shot to take.
And a called timeout for the Washington Wizards. Wizards leading 108-99. 2 minutes and 14 seconds left. Not sure how much more of a chance there is for the Pacers right now.
You're going to have to get the ball to your shooters and just have them fire away.
I keep seeing every comment in the YouTube chat is Beal needs to score. Beal needs to score. How many of y'all placed bets on Beal tonight? Jesus. And then there's another one like this. Kuzma needs to stop shooting the damn ball and let Porzingis shoot. Y'all be in here just to listen to see how the gambling odds go down. That's what y'all be doing right now.
So we need a side hustle with the line makers, money line.
Crazy.
Yeah, I don't think Duarte's coming back in. He's got ice on his mouth.
Yeah, it's all swollen up, I'm sure. And when you're, unfortunately, sometimes when you're in a situation where you're just uncomfortable, especially you have to get hit in the face, sometimes it doesn't do you any good to be dribbling a basketball.
No, not at all.
Well, the only way that the Pacers win at this point or have a chance is if they stop every shot and start making threes.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only way this happens.
Which they have the right unit out there for it, but
yeah,
we'll see.
10 seconds left on the shot clock. Beal up at the top all by himself. He's got Nesmith on him. Kuzma, mid-range shot. Kuzma nails it. Only way that the Pacers win this is if they start making some threes here. Buddy Hield from 30 feet, and
No.
Hield misses. And that might have been just ball game right there.
Yeah. And like
9.
in that situation, like I know you're rushed to score, but take some time and find a shot. Like once you get in a rhythm, they'll come quicker.
Right.
Yeah, now Halliburton switched.
Porzingis with the 3, and he misses.
Now you got to go.
Halliburton pushing. Nesmith with the 3. Nesmith nails the 3. If you can get a stop here and then make another 3, that would be kind of huge. He's all alone by himself now. Pacers trying to trap. Don't push it. Make the right decision. Beal with the 3. Oh, and he misses. Porzingis gets the rebound, though. That game. Porzingis ices it right there. Kuzma
will take
corner
that.
3, and he misses. He airballs it.
Yeah, he should have never taken that shot, but he will every time. Every time.
Mathurin with the 3, and he nails it.
See?
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. So there is still a chance here. It's 110, 105. Oh, and they forced a turnover. It's a 3. He misses. Oh, and the Pacers are trying to get it. Oh, and he gets it knocked out of Burton Dance. And there's a foul. Is there a foul or is it out of bounds? It's Pacers ball.
Yeah, looks like out of bounds Pacers.
32 and a half seconds left. The Pacers forced the turnover on the backside. 110, 105. There is still a chance. Holy cow, what a wild development. Right there, he's wide open. Mathurin with the make and 1. Mathurin with the and 1 on a circus shot. Oh my goodness. No way that just happened. Mathurin just threw it up. He had no chance of making that shot, and it just went right in, and he got fouled. Kuzma never stuck with him, and what a layup. There is still a game here, Jacob.
And he walked from that like no big deal. Like, that's what I do.
Mathurin
that's awesome.
Misses. Oh, and it's rebounded. Get it out. Halliburton with the 3. He misses. Oh, no. Okay, so you got to foul him.
Not quite. I think you let him go.
That almost went. Yeah, you got to foul him. And there is a foul. Oh, okay. No way. You call the foul there? Oh, come on. Oh, man, the Pacers had a chance, man.
Yeah, Tyrese knows it too.
Oh, man.
Yeah, there were definitely a couple times, especially when they had the ball at midcourt where they could have called that foul.
And that's a 4-point lead now for the Wizards, 111 to 107. Now there is still a shot if the Pacers can make a 3 really quickly and then foul. There is a shot. Got to get down there quickly. You got to make that 3. 3 is up, and it's missed. And he put it back in. Oh, no, he's saying over the back. Oh, shot. Buddy Hield got the rebound and put it back in. He's saying challenge that. They're saying over the back foul, but
yeah,
Hield saying there's no way.
Yeah, they're going to challenge this. Why not? Like,
yeah, I mean, right. You're going to lose if you don't, so you might as well, right? Naismith with the missed 3, and that's not an over the back. That is not over the back.
Barton was coming out.
Yeah, that's not over the back. Absolutely not.
Well, and if I'm Aaron Nesmith, I know I need to take the ball or I need to take the shot quickly, but like, I don't know if
it's just that was a really ill-advised shot.
Yeah. But again, young players, growing pains.
Now, the only thing I could see them calling here is that Hield did kind of grab the arm a little bit. Mm-hmm. I'm wondering if maybe they get him for that. But this is definitely not an over the back call, though.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about there. It looked like he hooked Barton's left arm to kind of get some leverage.
Yeah. We'll see if they call it. I mean, it may not have been enough.
I mean, it was a significant tug, but Barton was already going that way.
Engaged with Hield at all to begin with, right?
Right.
So,
right.
Look at the officials over there, taking a hard look at it.
In about an 8-minute stretch, the Pacers
outscored
the Wizards 20.
At least they made it interesting. This game, right?
And on that missed free throw by Mathurin, the Pacers got the offensive rebound. Halliburton, who made a couple of threes to start this game.
Let's see what they say.
The three-point shot that would have tied it at 110.
Like they made a decision.
That counts, and all points count. Remember the back-to-back.
That's that official that Luka went viral for.
Yep.
That one.
Yep. As soon as I saw her, I was like, she looks familiar.
Yeah, right.
Through 3 quarters.
I mean, this is almost fun. I mean,
Challenge been deemed unsuccessful.
Hmm.
Grab the arm and pull it back.
It is the right call. I hate that it is, but that's the right call.
Yeah, he hooked him just enough. I think Barton was already going that way, but
yeah. Well, I mean, you know, they got to get lucky with some missed free throws here if they want to do anything with it. Reggie Miller got 11 points in 9 seconds before. Can we see another miracle here? And he makes that free throw. So the lead is now 6.
A little too much.
And he makes that one, 114-107. Pacers have to push. Halliburton giving it to Mathurin missed it. Kuzma gets the rebound, and that is the ball game. Wizards will win 114-107. The Pacers had a chance at the very end, just weren't able to do it. Very freaking close there. Thank you to the 130 people watching on YouTube. Thank you to the 10, 20 people that were watching on playback. Greatly appreciate it, guys. I mean, Jacob, initial post-game reactions. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I think this was great. I mean, obviously you would have wanted to win, but to come out and see this young Pacers team perform this well with the setback they faced right before the game and trying to tackle that and overcome that, got off to a shaky start, but then everybody kind of found their footing and really had a great second half. Put up some of our highest point totals in the second half and came back from being outscored 12-4 in the fourth quarter to turn around and outscoring Washington 27-30. So liked what I saw there, liked what I saw from the rookie Mathurin and some of the other younger players. So I think, and this is what I was talking about, the Pacers may not be a good team, but it's going to be exciting to watch. And I think that's what we saw tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you have to talk about Halliburton. I mean, 26, 4, and 7 on 50% shooting from the three-point range and 56% shooting from the field. I mean, Halliburton for the majority of this game, I mean, he was the life force behind this Pacers offense, especially in the second half as well. I mean, what can you say about Tyrese and what he was able to do?
I mean, he was the leader as advertised. Like when he was asked to step up and lead the team this year, he came out, guns blazing in the first quarter and said, all right, this is my team. We're going to find our shots. And he didn't shy away from that. I mean, we were talking about how he was pretty much the lead scorer and had almost all the points through the first quarter, if not the first half. So just really, it speaks to his leadership and being able to take the team and the offense under his wing, but also getting everybody else a chance too. With those 7 assists, I mean, that led the team. So trying to dish out and get other people going as well. So I think it's, sky's the limit for him. I think the Pacers got an absolute steal in that trade. So I'm looking forward for more of it.
RD, appreciate it. Thank you, dudes. Originally sub for your Colts coverage, but this is great. Appreciate it. Hey, appreciate that, RD. Dad Kwong, yep, it did end. The Wizards win. I even forgot the score already, to be honest with you.
114-107.
114-107. Yep. So And all in all, I mean, you saw some good things there for the Pacers. The Wizards get the win, but I think the one thing you can definitely take away from this, Jacob, I mean, there were a lot of times, especially with, knowing they weren't fully healthy in this game. It's a new unit. And then at times where they were down by 15 plus at times, and, to still come back. And even in that end where, there was only 2 minutes left and you were down by 10, and to still come back and still have a chance to win it at the end there. I mean, it has to give you hope for a Pacers fan that, hey, this team is showing some heart.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're gonna be in it to the end, and I think that's what you're gonna get from a young group. I mean, there's no pressure, like I talked about. Like, it's not like you're a veteran that's like, oh, I'm trying to hit a certain statistic, or I'm trying to hit a certain points per game. It's just young guys out there playing for the love of basketball. And I think that's really the chemistry and the culture that they need to establish. And I mean, and seeing that and picking each other up. I mean, Jalen Smith's turned around in the second half, and just everybody picking each other up, making sure everybody's finding their shots. And I'm excited. I think this young team's going to surprise some people.
Bradley Beal, Dagquan Bradley Beal had 23. He was their leading scorer. Leading scorer for the whole game was Tyrese Halliburton with 26. Hield with 16, Jalen Smith with 16, and Mathurin with 19. So you had 4 guys in double digits scoring today. So really awesome there. Buddy Hield with a double-double, 16 and 10 rebounds. Jalen Smith almost had a double-double as well, 16 points, 8 rebounds. So all in all, some good to take away from the Pacers, but obviously have a long way to go. Hopefully there's some good to take away from this, but we're going to end it right there, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this. I'm insanely happy that there was over 100 people in here at the end of this stream. A lot better support than what I honestly thought we would get. Greatly appreciate the support on playback as well, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, guys, go Colts.